think someone's stealing your car.
Is that really your car? Let's pause that.
Check. Check.
Check.
Check.
Bro, let us know if we gotta run
your
out.
Car. Hey guys, welcome back to Little Big Opinions. I'm Big.
And I'm Little.
And today we also got producer Mark here as always.
What's up, boys?
But most importantly, we have a legend, a guest. King Tetrus is in the house.
Check.
Grammy-nominated.
Yeah.
Rock Nation.
Check.
How you doing today, man, on this lovely Monday?
You know what? That was probably one of the better introductions I've had. You know what I mean? I feel at least 6'3". You know what I mean? Like at least 6'3". Okay. No, it's a good Monday. Enjoying it. It's like a cold Miami day for whatever reason. It's like 60 degrees or whatever.
Out of nowhere. Yeah.
The Sybil, like yesterday it was warm as hell, and then I was talking to my wife. I'm like, oh, it's almost pool weather, you know? And then this morning you wake up, it's 50 degrees.
Yeah. Absolutely insane. But no, I'm super happy to be here. I was like, when I saw you guys like launch the podcast, I was like, I have to be on this podcast. Like,
Yeah.
have to do it.
True
You know what I mean?
story. And we apologize that it took us so long to get you on here. But as things started to roll and we're trying to get in this type of segment, it was just difficult. So thanks for bearing with us. And now you're here. So we're happy to have you
Is
here.
it ironic that you invited me during Black History Month? Is that like,
Whoa.
is it too early for the Black Card? Or, I don't know. Like, it just, you invited me.
You're still here.
You invited me during Black
We could have done
sorry.
March Hispanic Heritage Month.
It's true. I would have been coming in.
Hand up, dude. Hand up,
It would have
dude.
been-
Hand up.
It would have been better if we planned it that
We
way.
support
actually.
support the African American community. We love black people, but most importantly, we love the Miami Dolphins, baby.
I love everything you just said right now.
We love the Miami Dolphins.
Big facts.
Are you a huge Miami Dolphins fan?
I am an absolute avid, die-hard Miami Dolphins fan. Like since birth.
Since birth.
Yeah.
What is your earliest memory of the team?
So the half and half field at Joe Robbie.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, the half and half field where I remember going to a game where it was the Colts versus the Dolphins at Joe Robbie. Okay.
Oh, wait. Okay.
Colts versus Dolphins. Joe Robbie, and the quarterbacks were Dan Marino and Jim Harbaugh.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
This
I
is when
remember
the
that.
Colts were in the AFC East.
Right.
Yeah. Like
And not very good.
I quite literally like remember that vividly because I'm one of four, but my next oldest sister, she didn't really give about football or whatever, right? So my dad hits me. He worked for the county. He would get tickets. He worked at the airport, and he would get tickets. And then we went to my first game, and I vividly remember that was like my first time like seeing the half and half field. When we mean half and half field, for those who don't remember, it's like, so the Marlins and Dolphins shared the stadium. So every once in a while you would see the infield along with I guess clay
Right.
or
Yeah.
whatever.
During the baseball season, the clay would stay there the whole time. No stadiums have that anymore, I'm pretty sure, because Oakland just moved out there to Las Vegas, so there's no more stadiums that do it.
And
You're
when it
absolutely
would
right.
rain, we're talking slop. We're talking mud, nasty, white jerseys.
Yeah.
You see it all over.
Yeah, bro, that Run Ricky Run, bro, with the
man.
like white jerseys and like you see all the dirt and everything.
That's
like,
badass, though.
yeah,
That's like
bro.
gridiron football that you love, you know?
Yeah, man. Like I remember that. I had the little Dolphins locker,
yeah.
the little Dolphins locker. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I had
yeah.
one
I
too.
had one of
Yeah.
those. Like I had that. I actually the first Dolphin jersey that I remember having was maybe Chris Chambers.
Oh, that's the
Or
one that
Sam
he
Madison?
rocks. All,
That's my
his
tailgate jersey.
Oh, fire.
So
Sam
check it
Madison
out.
one you still got to hold up and keep that pristine. But the Chris Chambers ones he wears all the time. He gets it all sweaty. So.
We go. You know, we tailgate. We're season ticket holders, but it's so hot, right? Especially September, October. So you're grilling. You don't want to mess with the drip. You're sweating all over the place.
The shirt
So you
before
have
the
you have a tailgate shirt. Chris Chambers, that's my jersey for.
Yeah, you wear it all the
tailgate.
time.
It's just so comfortable. That old starter. Remember that? Oh,
The Star Jackets are coming back. You always have good drip. Like you're always wearing Miami stuff. You for sure.
Miami over everything.
You for sure have a starter
that.
jacket. No.
Oh no, absolutely. So like, just so we know, this sweatshirt is 83. Okay.
Oh wow, so that's
1983.
authentic. So that's your
Authentic?
So your dad's?
No, bro. No.
Or you just
going
found
to
it?
I just
vintage
found
store?
this. I just found this. So
Okay.
like for like about 4 years, I only wore Miami vintage.
Okay.
So the sweatpants, okay, 94. Okay.
That's the last year they had that logo.
Literally last year they had the yellow,
Yeah.
like that. And before we leave, I'm wearing a T-shirt that says Dan fucking Marino
yes.
on there. Okay. Like when I mean like I am
Die hard.
Die hard.
Yep.
love
I've
that.
got the Zubaz shorts. I've got tank tops. I've got hats. I've got sweater. I even got a little Miami Dolphins cardigan that I thought about it today. I was like, should I put the cardigan on? And I was like, I don't know. It doesn't seem like a cardigan type of weather. You know what I mean? Because it's really heavy.
I mean, you could
But-
have worn it. I mean, this is as cold as it's gonna get in Miami. So
Oh, that's true. That's true.
So
I-
the true Miami thing is no matter how cold if it's a little cold, you got to wear your cold gear.
Mm-hmm.
But you're looking great. And I'm going to ask you this since we were talking about the logo. Which logo do you like the best? Do you like the logo you have on? Do you like Jimmy's 90s logo or the current logo?
Jimmy's 90s logo.
Really?
I think like
The like the hard nosed dolphin, the
cartoon
mean
dolphin.
here's why. I think like once you're introduced to something like as a child, that's kind of like your first introduction is like what sticks with you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Nostalgia.
I remember like playing Madden on Super Nintendo, and then like as it got more and more
Madden,
and more,
Madden on N64.
you know what I mean? Madden N64 with Eddie George on the cover. You know what I mean?
That's right,
If she
2001.
does not know that Eddie George was on the cover, she's too young for you, bro. Okay? If she does not know what we're talking about, she's too young for you, bro. All right? Like if she's never went to a Super Mario Kart party ever, she's too young for you, bro. Move on. Okay.
Well, what is it? Swipe left or swipe right? If you where do you have to swipe if you don't want to connect with that person?
It's
You
swipe left.
swipe left. Okay. Swipe
Allegedly.
left on that one.
So what is the number one moment, good or bad, that sticks out to you the most? Is it that memory of you as a kid, or do you have another specific Dolphin memory that's like that like just it's the number one that makes you think about Dolphins?
AFC divisional round. Dolphins, Jaguars.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, that hurts.
I remember that like it was yesterday. Like when people like you're talking to like I'm like a real
Yeah.
fan. Like you don't need like
So
I'm
you could join the show whenever
like
you want.
I'm really. There's another person that like one day like if you ever want like a correspondent, my best friend Trent is like super locked in. I told him that I was going to be doing this, and he's like, "Don't make us look bad," right? So I remember that because like my dad and I went to go watch the game together.
At the like in Jacksonville or you were watching
you're
this
watching it here.
at a bar
No,
or
it was
somewhere?
here.
Okay.
There used to be an ale house because like if you're not a part of the mafia, like on the other side of Miami, we
Right.
go to ale house. On this side of the world, you go to Flanagan's, right? So like,
We're gonna get to that. But
you know, we'll
good.
get there. But like on the opposite side of
Yeah.
US 1, check. We do ale house, right? So we went to the ale house on 163rd, which is now like an Outback Steakhouse downgrade. But anyway, we went there, and I remember being like a little kid and it just ballooning from like not that much in the first quarter, and then being like 30 unanswered points,
Yeah.
and like the Jaguars were like the worst team on Madden, right? Because they were an expansion team.
But
So like you had obviously like Mark Brunell.
that team was stacked
and,
though, and that Jimmy Smith.
Jimmy Smith's a dog, bro.
Fred
Yeah,
Taylor.
Fred
Fred
Taylor,
Taylor's
that
a
team
dog,
was
bro.
nasty.
That's three.
Yeah.
That's three. Like, and then it
Defense
was
was
like
nasty, too.
Defense was crazy, and like if you think about it, I'm gonna be honest. I think the state of Florida might have the top jerseys, like the jerseys.
Oh, because you
in
like
the NFL.
That old school Jaguars jersey.
No, that
is-
original Jaguars is hard, bro.
They wear that throwback now, and it is clean.
I think
It is
90s,
clean.
all the 90s logos are the ones that pop the most. Because even the Seahawks, I love the Seahawks current uniform, but
Oh,
when they
man.
bring that original,
I like that.
That
one. I
original
the
like
neon.
Brian Bosworth,
right, with the silver.
Seahawks with
Oh.
the silver and the green.
But
I think
the,
it's just like
how
all-
about the creamsicle Buccaneers jersey?
Hard.
Yeah, so
Hard.
nice.
Hard.
So nice. Even the old school ones
Yeah,
with
but
all-star
the
ones
pewter
too.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay with the flag and the
Yeah.
cannons and the ship. That whole Tampa Bay thing is
Yeah, the
is
all-star.
great.
Yeah.
So, how do you guys cope? Let's talk about that. You asked me about my first memory, and what I tell people, like when because for work, a lot of my colleagues are people from Boston or Greater New England,
Don't
Good for
like
them.
those people.
and
Good
I'm
for them.
like, they're like, oh, we're in the Super Bowl. It's taking a long time. I'm like, I've literally not seen a playoff victory since like
2001,
elementary.
yeah.
2001.
2001.
25 years.
We
Yeah.
were in 7th grade, 8th
That
grade.
was like elementary school,
Yeah.
like almost, right?
Yeah, so long. And
It was like peak. It was my peak. You know,
Yes,
like
the
I hit
same
my
thing
peak.
for you. I went to PT school up in New England, so I went to
Mm.
a game, and I went to it was Joe Philbin. We were playing. We were winning 21-0, and I didn't cheer at all. And everyone's like, "You can cheer, dude." And I'm like,
No.
I'm not gonna
No,
do it."
you're
I go
a
to
real
the,
fan.
I go to the I go to the bathroom. I go to the bathroom, and they're firing Bill Belichick, and they're firing Tom Brady. Literally 3 minutes into the third quarter, we were losing 24-21.
Yeah.
And I looked around. I go, "This is why I don't cheer, guys."
Yeah.
And the way it is. And then they complain all the time. The New England fans, they have it good. They have no idea. How
have-
do we cope, though? That's the question.
I literally have nothing nice to say about anybody
Yeah,
because
right.
I went to the Tom Brady game, right? Like in when he came back to New England,
Right.
and they were like, "Who are you rooting for?" I was like, "F both these teams." Okay, I hope nobody wins. I hope
Yeah.
it's ends in a tie and they miss the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
And I was thinking about it. I was like, "Do you, as South Florida fans, okay,
Yeah.
we have been tormented in like actually lament. I don't know if there's ever been a fan base that hurts as much as us, besides us and the Browns.
I was going to say the Cleveland Browns, because technically their franchise is the Baltimore Ravens. So that one
Technically.
hurts a little bit more.
Well, you know, they was stolen in the middle of the night, all that.
No. That's Baltimore Colts.
That was the Colts
Oh,
going
Colts,
to
sorry.
the
But then the
Ravens.
Browns, they lost their team. They didn't have a team for a whole year because they moved to Baltimore. So the Baltimore Ravens, the organization, is actually the Cleveland Browns. So they're the ones that have all the records. They gave it back to Cleveland Browns.
Oh shit! I didn't
So
know that.
not only do they stink for their existence, but they could have been.
They have a sooner
two-time Super Bowl.
playoff win than the Dolphins, though.
No, I mean,
I mean,
for us, as far as Dolphin fans, it's the worst because the Jaguars were in existence in 93 or 94, whatever it was. And then Tampa Bay was a laughingstock. They have 2 championships. The Jaguars have been to 2 AFC championship games. We've never seen an AFC championship game in our lifetime.
you just fall backwards into one, and we
Like
haven't even made a
can't-
run.
We can't even
How do
trip
you
into a
cope?
win.
That's a great question, though. How do you cope?
Unfortunately, we're kind of, it's not good that we have a podcast, but we're kind of apathetic to what's going to happen. So we're just our boy Gene, who we're friends with. You were on his
Shout out to
podcast as
Gene.
well, Gene. He gave
guy.
us this great expression, and I actually love it. I go, well, I'm here for the moments. Like I'm just here for moments of the season that are good because that's all we have, and I guess that's how we cope. Moments.
Plenty of alcohol and group chats, right? Talking to him, talking to Mark, talking to the buddies, just lamenting all the time, screaming in my backyard. But
First
yeah.
off, Ryan, you're absolutely dumbing that down because for those of you who don't follow him, okay, shout out to Ryan. It is absolute cinema. I watched a beautiful man jump into his pool, screaming tears of joy. Okay, you hear his children. Daddy, all that. Daddy doesn't even know where he's at. He is screaming tears of joy when Chris Greer got fired. I've never seen someone this happy.
Oh man, we were asking for it for so long. You know what he did to this franchise. We every year in and year out, we asked for his head. There was no path forward. And I honestly, we take credit here we take credit for Chris Greer's firing. We take
No.
credit for
As you should.
McDaniel's firing.
McDaniels for
Listen,
sure.
they haven't done. Stephen Ross has not done a true rebuild in his tenure. And when did he do it? When LBO came back and had their first season, So we're here.
And we asked for
we're
it.
responsible
We asked
for
for it.
this.
Yeah.
And now we got two guys that we believe in.
Yeah.
Can we actually just raise our glasses
Yes,
to that?
I love
Just
that.
your influence.
Yep.
You know
So-
what? Cheers.
To the-
Cheers.
to
And
the
cheers to Half and to Sully. They're gonna take us to the top.
So what do you think about those new hires? Are you excited? Are you less apathetic? Or what are you thinking?
I feel like a broken clock is right 2 times a day, and I'm hoping that these 2 hires are right twice a day.
Yeah.
That's it, bro. My bar for success for the Dolphins is so low, right? Because I think about it, you have a new GM, new head coach, or I'm assuming Tua will be a post June 1st.
So apparently we're going to know this week.
This
so
is a big week because of the combine.
the
Yeah, but,
combine, they want to get rid of him. So he's either going to be
Was it June 1st?
June 1st.
It'll-
yeah,
June 1st?
Yeah, that's
Post
the
June 1st.
designation.
First June,
He might get
first
traded.
June 1st designation. I would imagine it's going to be him, either Bradley Chubb, because you get 2, and then
Right.
one maybe, or Bradley Chubb, Tua, or Minka, right? Those being, you get 2, right? And then one of those you trade, I imagine, right?
right.
If you might save yourself 50 million, but that also still gives you only 15 million on the cap. So
Yeah.
you're already going into a scenario where there's not a lot of infrastructure. There's not a lot of money. My mom said something to me, something very profound. It says, without finance, romance has no chance. Okay. How are we supposed to fall in love with this team if there's no money? Right? If there's no infrastructure. So I understand, and I'm really happy that we have a new fresh face. But if you think about it, we've had tons of fresh faces here, right?
Right. But
I'm
Ryan's-
moderately excited.
okay, I didn't know you were going to say. I thought you were moderately disappointed because, to Ryan's point, we haven't done it this way. To your point, we don't have money this year, but next year we have. It's free and clear from
Yeah,
here
free
on.
and clear, right.
So this year is very important to do exactly all the things we talked about. It's going to be a tough year, but they'll get more draft picks. They'll set the foundation, and then going next year. And apparently, Halfley really wants this guy Malik Willis. So
We won't be able to afford him.
He's gonna command a lot of money.
yeah, apparently that's what
King is
the
right.
rumors keep coming up.
It's-
But I wouldn't pay more than $20 million for him.
He's
That's a
He's
lot
gonna
still.
command that.
he's above, quote unquote, I would say that next, I don't want to say bottom tier, but flirting with mid tier. So I would say that he's probably in the same realm of Michael Pence and those guys. Those people are on their rookie contracts, and those are at 15, 20 million a year.
So last year, Justin Fields signed for 2 years, $40 million.
Yeah.
So Justin
point.
Fields was a first round pick,
That was a
and
disaster.
he played 3 seasons as a starter. So if he's going to command that, how can Willis with 6 starts as a pure backup get anything more than that? Right?
I mean,
You would think.
I
He's just been so productive in those starts. He was very efficient this past year.
Which reminds me of the Dolphins of the past. Jay Fiedler was a backup. Damon Heward got the chance for that. AJ Feely was a backup.
Jay Fiedler was serviceable. I love
Jay Fiedler had 2 great years to start, and then we could have drafted Drew Brees. We're not going to go down this road.
Okay.
we could not have drafted Drew Brees. He was going to sign.
No, both. He was going to be a 2nd-round pick, and we could have drafted. Well, he was a 2nd-round pick. We could have drafted him, but we drafted Jamar Fletcher instead.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Because it was the nickel package that Dave Wants had wanted,
Wisconsin.
and we had Jay Fiedler. Why would we need anything else? So instead of getting a guy in waiting, we went with Jamar Fletcher, and then again we had a second chance at him.
That fucking doctor. Wait, I'm sorry. Hey, Mark, can I curse a little bit, or is that possible? All right, cool, bud.
Yeah,
Cool, man.
He's wearing
I didn't
Yeah,
want to
that
mess
fucking
up.
doctor.
I didn't want to mess up y'all's.
No,
you know what I mean?
It's it. And now
You think I can
Breeze
control
is-
this guy?
Breeze is going around now and going on every single podcast
See, he
and
wanted to be
reliving it.
here.
It's like, come on, dagger in the heart again and again.
Bro, I kid you not. I know this is a Dolphins podcast, but the internet needs to understand something. For all of Miami's greatest features, we've got great parties, great culture, great food, and yes, we have won some championships. Granted. But every single one of those championships have come with right after heartbreak and despair. So you think about when the Marlins win their championship, right? And people always ask, like, why aren't people in Miami? Because we're like technically the clientele that would be buying season
the
tickets.
Hispanic community,
Right?
absolutely.
No, I'm saying like our age demographic would be like the people buying season tickets now,
Right, yep.
right? But we also were the kids in second grade that like saw our favorite players
Get
Go
traded
away,
Go
go
away.
away.
right
over and over
Go
and
over
over
and
And
over
again.
then after a night, you know,
literally
yeah,
like that.
the fire
Then
sales,
It
two of them.
happened, and then we're like, what are the chances it's gonna happen again? Right? Happens again. Then every year we turn on October baseball and we look at both teams in the World Series, and it's like
Littered
They're
with
literal
Mormons.
with those guys.
literally 4 people on
Back
each
in-
team are on the coming from our teams.
Yeah.
Oh, this person was drafted by the Marlins, or
Miggy
this person,
Cabrera.
like it's just insane. And then like obviously
good
we
point.
had LeBron and the Heatles, but then we had like this elongated despair. And then, like, yes, Jimmy was good enough to get us there, but we were always just so close to never really get over the hump. Then, and again, respectfully, I'm old enough to remember where Florida Panther tickets were like $5, and you could
give
go
them
to
away.
give them away, and they would give them away with the Ringling, Barlin, and Bailey circus tickets.
And with a gas card, you get a
Literally.
$25 gas card.
Literally at Miami Arena, okay, where the Bright Line is. If she doesn't know that Miami Arena is where the Bright Line used to be, or the Bright Line is, she's too young for you, bro. All right, like big facts. That's gonna be a key here. We got to make sure like we make that notice. That, you know what I mean?
Preach to the
Yeah.
to the gentleman out there looking
You know what
for
I'm
the
saying?
one.
Like, if she doesn't know that the Miami Heat used to play at the Miami Arena alongside the Florida Panthers, and they used to have the circus for like $10, and hot dogs was like 4 for $10, and you can get your whole family in there. I remember that. No worries. Anyway, I'm old enough to remember like being able to go see Panthers games.
In
When
Miami.
they moved out there,
Yeah.
They're just so far.
it's so far.
Yeah. So far west too. You
know,
know,
that's
you're
west.
basically in the Everglades,
Bro.
You are in the Everglades.
They really took the Panthers to heart. That
Yeah, big facts.
when they went over there.
Big facts. Big
But,
facts.
but to Ryan's point, as soon as they changed ownership, so Wayne Huizenga was a good owner for as
Shout
much
out to Blockbuster, changing lives.
to what we can say. But once he gave up the team, that team was the worst franchise in NHL. Like, what are they even existing for? They get a good new owner, and all of a sudden, they're the best team in the league for the last 2 years and maybe 3. So
If you could bring back one player from the past for the Miami Dolphins, but it's not that stud right above
Yeah,
you,
you can't
Mr.
pick
Dan
him.
Marino, who would you bring back for this team right now? Now it's early on right now, right? We don't really know what the team is going to look like, but one player, who would you bring back?
setting a foundation, right? We have a new regime coming on. We got a bunch of guys.
I think we got to go Ricky, bro. I think you got to go
Good
Ricky.
pick. Good pick.
Is
You
he
know?
is he your favorite Dolphin of all time?
No, my favorite Dolphin is
Yeah.
this guy.
Yes. Yeah.
But if we had to like pick like a 1A, right? And again, internet, don't come for me and kill me. There's been a ton of people outside of Dan Marino and our Ring of Honor that are great. Shout out to Bob Greasy, Columbus, and shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah,
you know
there
what I'm
it is,
saying?
Mafia.
Yeah.
The Mafia. You know what I mean?
Adelante, si pride.
You know? So for me personally, I just remember NFL Street on Dreamcast. If she does not know what Dreamcast is, she's too young for you, bro. Okay? If she's never walked in to her brother's or cousin's room and them playing Dreamcast, she's too young for you, bro.
We used to play that taxi game on that, Mark.
Big
remember?
facts. Taxi, you know what I mean? All that. So NFL Street with Ricky Williams was a cheat code.
Yeah.
And
Just break every single tackle.
break every single
Yeah, you
tackle.
could-
And that run, Ricky, run.
In the NFL, he was a cheat code. I mean,
Everything.
he was so good. He was amazing. He is my favorite Dolphin as well. Like I'm gonna say even above Dan Marino because we say it all the time. You have good. You actually have memories of Marino. My memory of Marino is like watching this one game against the Colts, but it was the Peyton Manning and Dolphins in the dome
CA
where
dome.
he came back and he won that game. I also remember the Chargers a little bit, but Ricky Williams was like the guy that
Like to your point, not to interrupt you, but to your point, it's like that's like okay. My dad talks about like Willie Mays and like those people,
Yeah.
right? And I'm like, Dad, you definitively don't remember those people. Okay, like you were like alive for those people, right? But like you claiming that you were like 7 years old, bro. Like you didn't understand what you were listening to or seeing and everything, right? Like we were little kids being like, Marino.
What we remember is we sit and our parents are telling us how good the guy we're watching is, but not like we're understanding how good he is.
There's no cognitive understanding of how great Dan Marino is. Like when I watch highlights now and I'm like, damn, Dan Marino was him.
Oh,
like he was him.
Yeah, Brittany was like, why can't we get a guy
throw.
like that anymore? I'm like, yeah, it's not happening.
Like when they make these lists, and I saw a list on Twitter because I'm so active on Twitter, and it was like top 10 quarterbacks of all time. And I definitively remember it was Brady, Mahomes, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, John Elway, Montana.
This was last week.
Yeah, it was like last week or something.
I think it was like PFF.
Something
But
like
they
that.
had
no Rodgers, no Favre.
No, they had Tom.
Rodgers was ahead. The one ahead of him that I was like, it was Rodgers and then Marino. But everybody above him had won a Super Bowl. But if you look at it, like it's like Marino was doing like 4,000, 5,000 yard seasons when you could not.
Correct.
Well,
when you're
pass.
running the ball,
You know?
he was before his time.
Well, it took how long? Drew Brees broke the record first, or Brett Favre broke the record first
For what?
for most passing yards of all time?
I think I don't.
No,
No, I
I
think it's
think
Drew Brees.
it
I don't
was-
think Brett. No,
No?
it's not Peyton. It's Drew Brees and then Dan Marino.
No, he's down there. Payne has passed him, so it's Brady.
Really?
Yeah, he's like 4 or 5 on the list now. But my point was, it took till the 2000s. Let's just say
In a spread system and
for it to
defense
I
doesn't.
think
You
ma-
can't like hit people anymore. All that stuff.
No, it was late. It was that record held at least 25 years. So did the passing the passing TD record as well.
Yeah,
And
they,
the yards.
They
I mean,
stood for such a long time. Like what he did was before the game was anywhere close to that. Even we were watching Dave Wanstad make the Dolphins 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Right, that was the whole game. Like run the ball, punt. And Dan Marino was like, nah, I'm throwing the ball.
48 touchdowns in 1984 is absurd.
Right.
That's
Think
like-
about like the inflation. It'd be like 65 touchdowns right
Yeah,
now.
I was gonna say like almost like 70 touchdowns now, given like the new guardrails and all that other
It
stuff.
was insane with the Duper with the Mark brothers. I mean, absolutely insane.
Yeah, but for
There
me,
was
it's
there
definitely.
was less games back then too, right? Like
Oh,
it
that's
was,
also
16
true. There's
games.
Two less games.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, it would definitely be Ricky, and also those Color Rush jerseys.
The orange.
Oh my
That was
God,
against the
bro.
Chicago Bears on Monday night.
Oh my
Remember
god! But I just remember that because I asked my mom for like that jersey for Christmas,
The orange one.
the orange one.
Yeah.
Did you like the blackout ones from this or the what were the Deep Ocean or
the deep blue ones? You
you
don't
don't
like
like
them? Why?
I mean, seeing them in the tailgate and people wearing them around, they're okay. But when we saw them like on the field that day, that the outline had this neon orange that just popped, you know. And speaking of, I love Devon Achane. I am his #1 fan. Love that guy so much. Can you
They gotta get rid of
imagine
him, though.
Devon Achane with Ricky Williams, that backfield together,
Oh my god!
coming out the backfield, having one power back, and then
Yeah, that would be great.
Oh, I mean, holy crap!
Do you want grown men to cry here? Like,
Yeah.
what's wrong with you?
All right,
I
so
would just like the O line from back then. That would be great.
Richmond Webb,
We have an O line.
Tim Ruddy.
They don't know that we're supposed to have one. We've been waiting all these years for
Like
one.
the Dolphins have an O line.
We got two formidable guys in Patrick Paul and Aaron Brewer. I think you could build around them. Let's see what happens, right? We don't have the money, like you said. It's a great point. But you got draft picks. You got 5 draft picks in the first 3 rounds this year. Let's see what Sullivan's going to do. I'm very interested. But you got to build it from the trenches.
You
gotta
also
build from the
you also have an
trenches.
owner, so all the things he does pay money, so you can make money work. And then, as I said, next year you have plenty of money. You got to pay people, so you can say, "I'm going to pay you $1 million this year, and then 20 next year," kind of thing. Like you can structure it where you can actually make some things happen. Next year is going to be rough, but year 2, we should be able to. We should be like the Broncos. We should be in the AFC Championship game.
Yeah,
in
the
2
one
years.
seed. The one
In
seed.
2 years. That's what we're hopeful for.
I
See,
just
this
cried
is
a
how we
little
cope, man. This is how we cope.
Yeah.
We fantasize
Yeah.
And then
it's
at
Dolphins
the same
delusion.
time, then we have week 1 a funeral. That's how quick our delusion goes away.
It's so bad, bro. It's so bad.
It's gonna come back. It's gonna come back. I mean, we're due nice. We're good people. You know what I mean?
So,
We're
like-
Miami people are good people. We deserve this.
I've actually given up on 90% of my teams, like always. So, for those who don't know, my name is King Tetrus. I am a diehard Dolphins fan, but I'm also a diehard Florida State Seminole.
Oof.
Oh my gosh! you got big Kane fan behind the scenes over there, and producer Mark and
So-
myself.
So as you said, King Tetris from Miami, local. We're gonna get more into. We're very Miami here, so we're gonna get into the neighborhoods and all the different things. But were you always an FSU fan, or were you a Canes fan, and then changed when you went to school there? Which is perfectly acceptable, by the way.
No, so this is what happened. So we're not from Miami. Like I'm first generation in Miami. So my parents are from Alabama. So my family is University of Alabama fans.
Oh.
Right. So
Roll
like,
Tide.
And you didn't pick them.
so
That sucks.
hindsight being 2020.
Yeah, talk about
Hindsight being
a
2020.
program to follow.
So-
Holy moly, they're so good.
Like when I mean like my mom, like her sorority sister, was like married to, or she's married to Ozzie Newsome, right? Like
All right, there we go. Full circle.
full
Baltimore
circle,
Ravens. Here
Ravens,
we are.
all that, right?
Yeah.
Hall of Fame, everything, right? Whenever the Ravens used to come here, he would always give us tickets. Like that's like cool people.
And Legend Hall of Fame.
Roll Tide. But here's the thing was I always wanted to go to school in Alabama. So my freshman year, I went to the HBCU, smaller Division I school called Alabama A&M, and I played tennis there. And I was like, I want like bigger, better competition or whatever. And then one of my buddies like told me, oh, they got a spot down here. So I was like, oh, I got to come back home. At no point did University of Miami ever respond to a call, to an email.
So when you said down here, you mean Miami?
Yeah.
So you came here because they had a spot, but they wouldn't come.
Nothing.
Call you nothing.
Zero response.
Yeah.
Anything. Right. And I'm like, bro,
going-
like
yeah.
not to toot my horn and on the most humble way.
Right.
Right. Like I was really, really great at tennis. Like
Well, you
as far as like high school prospects, like I
right.
was
You,
really,
you
really
got
good.
recruited to
Yeah.
go to Columbus, right?
Yeah. Well, just so you know,
Yeah.
Christopher Columbus,
Yeah.
all boys school
Yeah.
in Miami, does no recruiting of any kind. Okay. There is no
this guy.
form.
Love this guy. Love
Of
this guy.
recruiting.
Love this
talking to,
guy.
dude?
Okay.
Hey,
There's
hey,
no,
Belen guy. He's right. He's
There is-
absolutely
What
right.
do you mean?
there is no form
Okay.
of recruiting that
Okay.
Christopher Columbus school does
Right.
at all. Okay.
I'm sure.
All right.
It's allowed now. It doesn't matter.
Here's the thing. They let me in when they started letting black people go to the school. Right? Like just like right on the cusp of it. You know what I mean? Shout out to like the 7 black people in our class. But no, like I literally got to Columbus because of the FCAT. It had nothing to do with tennis. It was because the FCAT is that's the reason
Okay.
why I got into
I just
the
said that
school.
as a compliment. You're a really good tennis player.
Yeah, I was, so I did win the district
There
at Miami Beach High, which happens to share the same district as Columbus.
Okay.
So
And
they saw
did-
you there, and then
And then my FCAT
Right.
didn't go the way that I thought it would go.
Okay.
I took the test unbeknownst to me, right? My parents were like, hey, like, I don't know if it's like that now, but like if you didn't pass like a portion of the FCAT, like you couldn't graduate or whatever, right? So my parents were like, oh my God, we got to figure it out. So I took the test for Ransom LaSalle, Gulliver, Curly, and
They don't. That school doesn't exist anymore.
yeah, no, Curly does
Wild.
not. But I lived like 5 minutes from there. I lived in
Right.
Morningside right there. So Curly and then Columbus. Didn't know, had no idea, had never heard of the school for real. And then my parents were like, hey, you're going to go to Columbus. And I was like, all right. And then that's kind of what it was. We went and got like the uniform and I was like, what do you mean I have to wear these shoes?
You gotta wear a tie.
Like,
yo, the
shoes?
Skechers,
The
the brown
Skechers, bro.
Skechers.
Like,
yeah.
what do you mean?
The big sketches.
Yeah.
You know, like I am a sneaker head. So my mom, like the first day was like, here's your uniform. I pressed it for you. And I was like, do they know we're in Miami? There's like a short sleeve shirt, a tie, khakis that aren't broken in. Okay. For those of you who have never
Fresh
had
pleated.
to wear fresh khakis in the heat of Miami, deadly.
Swamp
okay?
ass.
100% swamp ass. Right. Go into the cafeteria ladies are looking at me and they're all speaking Spanish. And I'm like, I don't even know what the price points are here. Because at Beach High for lunch, it was like $1.75.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, this is like $7. And I was like,
Tater tots.
So do you remember the guys that would come around or like asking for food and stuff like that, and they would save their lunch money, you know, just like these squabblers. They would just come. I always had our buddy Joey Casal, a very good friend of ours. He would never eat his food, but he's the slowest eater. So I would just wait, and then he'd look at me. He'd just look at me and he's like, "You want the
go
rest?"
time.
I'm like, "Oh yeah, let's go.
Let's go time.
Right now." Yeah.
Wait, I'm so sorry. I skipped the question. But yes, I did not. I got to Columbus. I won districts. I did really well. I
Right,
was
so
really good in the juniors.
We were
but-
talking about you transferring in college for your second.
Correct.
Like
Yeah. And then Miami, like they had 2 spots. They got a guy who ended up winning states, whatever, you know, whatever. He went to Coral Gables first, right? They called him the Mexican, but I think it's Hector.
and not Mexican.
No, like his his nickname was the Mexican. He is from Mexico.
Okay, that's good at least.
And so whatever, he ended up winning states. He transferred to LaSalle. He's like in the Hall of Fame at LaSalle now. Like he was like, oh, whatever, like he's good, whatever. Not holding grudges, whatever. Like, you know, F that guy. But he also took one of the spots, and then they got this other kid from like an international guy. So I was like, now looking back on it, I was like, I couldn't hold a candle to either one of them. Like both of those people are like generationally good tennis players, but they never called. So I was like a Miami kid. I went to like the Orange Bowl, went to the games with my siblings, like everything, but they never called. And so my mom worked within the legislature, and I spent a lot of time in Tallahassee. My sister at the time was at FAMU, and then I was like, I think I can make this team. Right, joke's on me, because it took forever for me to make the team, but like it took a while for me, but like I got there, and then once I was there, I was like, yeah, nah, bro, this is like way better than anything I've ever experienced in South
Tallahassee's
Florida.
awesome.
Yeah, Tally is like a different place.
Cool.
So,
How many people are on a team, on a college tennis team?
12.
12.
I think it's absolutely ridiculous that you guys have to play and call your own match. Like there's no referee. I think that's criminal.
Wait, excuse me?
There's
Yeah,
like
so that-
17 games going on and one referee walking back and forth, and they go out, and it's out. I'm like, no, it's not. It's like it's out.
But how can you know from all the way over there
The
when
referee
you're like?
doesn't call. You call your own game.
That's
just
what
like
I'm
street
saying.
ball.
Holy.
So elaborate, I guess.
All right, so
it's ass backwards.
a tennis match is 5 singles, there's 2 doubles, and the first person to gets 4 points wins. Right, to win 4 matches, it could be a combination of doubles and singles. Right, so as you can imagine, a lot of momentum has been swung for cheating, just
Right.
pure cheating,
Of
just
course.
like
They're kids.
absolute, just like
Kids calling their own match. I don't
Right?
understand how that goes.
So like the worst I've ever seen is actually one of my favorite days. My buddy D-Rob. Shout out to Daniel Robinson. He sells boats and stuff. He's doing really well.
Nice. If he wants to be a sponsor
What
of
up,
the show,
D-Rob?
Yeah, like
D-Rob,
D-Rob,
what's up?
like what's up, bro?
you could be a title sponsor here. Come on.
So he's such a bro. He's like the biggest bro too.
We love bros.
Like he's like our type of people.
All right.
You know? So D-Rob and I are playing at University of Florida. Okay. And it's me and him, and the kid calls the ball out. Like the player for UF calls the ball out. We had a play, okay, where in doubles you call out plays to tell, like, I need to know, almost like a pitcher and catcher, right? So that way, like everybody in the everybody knows where they're supposed to be based off of like like if you're hitting the ball that way, there's like very little chance the person's gonna go back up the line. They're probably gonna go cross court because that's like the high percentage shot. So like you're just like calling the game. So the guy calls the ball out. I look at him and I'm like, we had a play called the double motherfucker. Okay. So I would put my hand behind my back and everybody on our team literally said it out loud. Right? Double fucker, double motherfucker, double mother. And then everybody's like, I'm like, oh, bro, like, they don't know what we're about to do.
Right.
So I put the sign behind my back. Boom, boom. He hits the ball at the person at the net as hard as he, like, swings as hard as he can. Almost like sweet chin music in baseball. Right? Like, you called this out. Like, now you're going to have to fill us, right?
Yeah.
And
I'm sure that doesn't go off very well either.
I mean, what are you going to do?
Well, they're Gators. The Gators like to cheat. I mean, it's
Like,
in
what are
their
you gonna-
DNA.
like, you know, what
No,
are you
I'm
gonna do?
sure like there's some jarring back and forth after that. No?
I mean, I'm going to be honest. D-Rob and I, okay, versus Kyle's and Brett's, or they're not going to, they're just not going to, you know what I mean? Like, if we're just calling it what it is, okay? Like, we're just calling it what it is, not pulling the race card. It is Black History Month, but whatever. So, I'm not like purposely, you know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So, like, we never saw smoke.
Cool.
So, like, for me, it is very ridiculous, but like, there are repercussions to everything that you say and do, like, or whatever. Like,
I guess I've only talked to younger kids when I always make that comment. No one's ever told me like this is how you handle cheating. That makes much more sense.
bro, when we were at Columbus,
Choose violence.
Yeah.
me and our boy Fabrice, right? We were doubles partners.
Shout out
to
Fabrice.
Fabrice,
Yeah, Fabrice.
right?
Big friend of the show.
We were the absolute most dysfunctional tennis players on the history of mankind because like half of our match was mostly me coaching him mentally to be like, don't implode or kill the other person on the other side, right? He knew one speed. It was assassination, or that was it. Like, absolute assassination.
He's so nice, too,
Like-
when you meet him. Fabrice?
Assassin.
Really?
Assassin. Okay, right? Like, I would give him like plays, and he'd be like, "Nah, bro, let's fuck that guy." Right? Like, he just like no play, just like let's hit him as hard as we can.
And
like,
who's
that type of
better,
shit.
you or him?
I was better than Fabrice.
And he would agree.
Unfortunately, yeah, I would think that like,
Remember, he's an assassin.
yeah, he was assassin, but like I also only lost like 6 times at Columbus, and like was like all date and regionals.
I was
and
one of
all
the
that.
I was one of the only people that would go to those matches to watch Febreze and then eventually watch you as well.
Yep.
You
very
guys,
true.
you guys were fun to watch.
Yeah.
I like doing that after football practice. Just standing at that fence and watching you guys do your thing. It was good.
So he would like bump people like on the crossovers, right? Especially like if they had said something to him or like cheered too loud if he missed or something. And forget about if there was girls there. Forget about if like it was like a co-ed meet and it was like us and Lords and then like their team, the both co-ed teams or whatever.
Yeah.
Fabrice would be like, bro, this guy's not gonna embarrass me. And I'm like, we're just playing tennis, bro. Like, let's just have fun. And then like the changeover would happen, and then Fabrice just like wouldn't move across the net. He would just like be like, nah, bro, I'm not moving, bro. Like, no, I'm not moving, bro.
That's wild.
And just like boom.
I don't know that
Fabrice,
Fabrice,
you know?
but it's good to know.
We've never seen that side of him.
My absolute favorite person to play tennis with.
That was a perfect Febreze. The little
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not,
bro,
he's
I'm
not
not
gonna
doing
do it. He's not gonna do it.
I'm not doing it. No, I'm not. Like that's how you know I'm not lying. That's how he would be like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not moving. Like, and then he would talk about these people in third person as they're in front of him, right? And be like, I'm not fuck this guy. I'm not moving. Like, I'd be like,
Then the
you know, both of our dads are here, and they will whoop both of our asses. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Like,
get to it. Let's get going.
let's get going. So, it's like one of my favorite things about tennis, and like I loved it in college, and like whenever you would make good points, it would be like bam, bam, Florida State, and then like my favorite matches would be against UF or Miami, and like it would just be
Yeah, you're
all
part of the
out
rivalry.
balls.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
like,
cool. It's different when you play on a team and you're part of the whole organization. It's
You're
part
wearing
of
it on your
So
chest.
You should absolutely wear it with pride, especially with a school like FSU. So
Yeah.
So do you
Can you,
hate?
can you please just like make sure you refer to it as the Florida State University
Oh,
from
come
now on?
on. Get out of here
Well,
with that.
if they actually make a bowl
Sorry?
if they're actually bowl eligible, then we can call them
not
the
important.
FSU. But until then,
I feel like you're pointing out things that aren't really important.
Just
right
a
now.
quick answer. Norvell, yay or nay on him?
like people. I'm being recorded. Mark,
Yeah.
is this being recorded?
Yeah.
It's not. It's not.
not?
It's not. No. I think you guys have 6 wins in the last like 2 years. So
Mark puts it on his.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
I have nothing nice to say about Mark right now. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
I've got nothing nice to say about him, so I'm just gonna keep it to myself.
yeah. It's
Okay.
understandable. It's fine.
As I think about it, the product is just so bad.
Yeah. It's pretty rough.
Right? So like I think about it in terms as we correlate it to the Dolphins, right? Like there's no infrastructure, there's not a culture, there's not like anything being built. In college football, culture is so much more important than anything else.
Yeah. Look at the
Right?
Canes.
It starts from the top up. I mean, that's what Mario did.
We're talking about
It's
the
true.
mafia, but let's get to the mafia. I don't want to get you upset. So we talked about this earlier. Okay, you were on KOS Knowledge of Self podcast with our boy Gene. Okay, and funny enough, full circle again. Gene went to Beach High.
I
So when
went
I
to
was
Beach High
listening to
too.
him, you went to Beach High, and then you went to Columbus, and here we are. We got some Columbus guys. I went to Columbus for 2 years.
Class
Graduated
of
from Belen.
2006, represent. Am I right,
Right,
King?
class of 2006.
Represent. The best
Yeah, man.
class of all time in the history of Columbus.
Check.
2007.
So we're from more this side, like Westchester, Sweetwater. You've already talked about you're from Morningside. Give us a little. You said Ale House. What else, as far as like you're a true Miami guy. You grew up over there. Give us like a local spot that like not the new Wynwood Design District, but like that's still there. That if you're not from here, you got to go.
That you're like you just hit it at the last port there. It's still there. You know what I mean? Like
There's not
that
there anymore.
gentrification
It's all gone.
is real out here.
There has to be some place. Like there's what's
So
that bar?
I would say for me personally, like how on this side of the world you have like a lot of Cuban food, right?
Yeah.
A lot of like cafeterias, all that stuff, right? And our side, it's like 99% Haitian food, right? So for us, I would say like what's the name of this place? Palacio de Jugos.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
The equivalent on our side would be like Chef Creole.
Okay, and there's multiple of those Chef
Yeah.
Creoles, or there's one.
Yeah,
Okay,
It's like the literal equivalent.
same thing. You go in. and
What's
it's,
the
it's all
what's the
prepared
thing
food.
that you're getting there? If you go to Chef Creole tomorrow, what are you getting?
Griot.
What is that?
What do you guys call
Shrimps.
fried pork chunks?
Oh, masa de
Mancita?
puerco. Masa de puerco.
It's like the exact same
Oh,
thing,
that's so
Okay.
good though.
but the way they cook it, it's like it's the same plate. It's you get the griot, you get instead of calling it rice and beans, you call it rice and peas,
Right.
and then plantains. It's literally the same
It's the
plate.
same
Yeah, it
thing.
really is.
Literally
It
the same
really
plate.
is.
Right.
But it's like that's basically what it is. That's like their staple.
Yeah,
But also their oxtail or
right.
their
Oxtail's the big
Oxtail's
thing.
so good.
rabo or whatever.
Rabo
Yeah,
entendido.
fire, bro.
Yeah, it's
Fire.
Mark. That's one of Mark's favorite. It's hard to get it. I feel in the Cuban places here to get good oxtail, but I'm sure up there that's in Little Haiti. That's what you go get.
I would
no?
say like the Caribbean spots, like the oxtail's like the most like that. So and again, I am newly mafia.
right.
Okay, new side mafia.
So for those that don't know, the mafia is private.
What
private
is the
school down
mafia?
here.
Who's part of the mafia according to King Tetrus?
Mafia is the private school mafia.
The Miami
from
Mafia.
Miami private school mafia. Listen, for those who are being excluded, you could be mafia like adjacent, right? So like if you went to Palmetto and your friends went to Columbus and like LaSalle and all that, you're like mafia adjacent. If you went to Gables, you're mafia adjacent. Like we're not like chipping you out, right? Like you are a part, you know, like you're a runner. You know what I'm
you're
saying?
not-
Like
but
you're
you're
just not necessarily like gang. You know what I'm saying? So to whoever it may concern, Columbus, Belen, LaSalle, St. Brendan, Lords.
I think that's it.
You think that's it?
Yeah, that's it. The Miami Mafia.
I think that's Miami Mafia,
That's it,
right? And
And,
like,
you're giving some credit to some schools that I'll just won't even
I'll
say.
say the one with the L. I really wouldn't put it in the mafia.
Well,
I think they're more
There's
adjacent.
a
as well.
lot of old school Cubans that went to LaSalle before our time, but I think they've kind of like they sent all their kids to Columbus and Belen.
I got a good buddy of mine that I work with, Danny, who went to LaSalle, but I kind of like it's not.
He's a bro though.
He is a bro. You're absolutely right about that.
You have
the
to
guys
have
that went
both.
there are bros, just like St. Brendan.
St. Brendan. You
There's
know what I
not
mean?
a lot of men that went there, you know. Not a lot of guys. There's the ratio. Now I get why they went there because the ratio was incredible.
Yeah.
They had more women than guys, but they're bros. They're cool guys. Cool
I think
dudes.
like the way I define mafia is like you have to be both. I'm gonna see all three. Your school had some level of prowess academically, like really great academics, really great sports, and you weren't pretentious everywhere, right? Where like we had pockets of stuck-upness, pockets of pretentiousness, but like it was not like overarching.
But you had enough people to be like, stop acting like that.
Right,
no
right.
one cares
Exactly.
about that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's probably like the best way I could say.
So you said a story that I think is funny. So you go from Beach High, where of course there are girls. Can you explain your first day at Columbus?
At the Christopher Columbus All Boys Preparatory School.
Yeah.
That now that I know the All Boys Preparatory School,
Or with your Skechers.
with those absolute bricks of shoes,
Yeah.
bro. Right? And like I remember seeing
Top button
people,
all the way up?
Top button. No, well, like my first day, I didn't even have face. Like this is new. Like I grew facial hair. Like I hit puberty like last year. So like this is like a new thing.
I was
for me.
gonna ask you about
like
that.
this is 100% new thing for me. I didn't have facial hair, so I wasn't worried about that.
Well, all
So-
of us, I think. Yeah.
I remember like
Speak
getting
for yourself.
there. God, what was the athletic director?
McKeon.
McKeon. It was McKeon,
Gomez.
Pugh,
Pugh.
Pugh. He was like the person that was in charge of like eligibility back then. Now he's like the principal now, right?
Yeah.
He is the principal, yeah.
Yeah, he's
he
the
was
principal.
a counselor when I was
He's
there.
the new brother. Who's our brother?
Brother Kevin.
Brother Herb.
Brother Herb. No, not brother Herb.
Brother Kevin.
No, not brother Kevin. They're our brother Pat.
Brother Pat.
Our principal.
He's a
Okay, yeah.
principal.
So it was McKeon, Pugh, and Gomez.
Gomez.
Okay. I got there my first day. Okay. And they like looked me up and down. They were like, checked my tie, everything like that. Like, make sure I was all good or whatever. And I was like,
Where
where
am
the
I?
fuck am I right now?
They were
right.
strict with
Super
uniforms
hardcore.
at Columbus.
So then I'm looking around and I'm like, you know, it's like maybe 7:15-ish, right? And then I'm seeing like all of like the kids, like the seniors come in with like all the most fire cars I've ever seen in my entire life or whatever. And if she did not know that G35s were basically Porsches in high school, she's too young for you, bro. Right? Like basically. Because you're laughing because you know it's true.
Yeah.
The G35 was basically
the
a
Z,
Porsche.
the Z,
The Z.
the Z.
If you had one of those, like basically
These guys had a Z in their family.
wouldn't doubt it.
So nice.
Yeah.
You're so humble, bro. Like
2003. Z.
I actually like really like the fact that like you said that and he like flipped his hair a little bit. You know what I mean? He was like, yeah, whatever, no big deal. You know? So whatever, I'm standing there and like watching, I'm like, where the hell am I at right now? Right. So at Beach High, right, respectfully, my friends convinced me that I was rich. Right. For whatever reason, I was like, damn, like mom, dad, are we rich? And they were like, no, we're not. What the no, we're not rich. But like I had been convinced by my friends that like my parents were rich.
Right.
So then I'm sitting here after I had taken a train and a bus to get to the school.
It's wild.
Shout out Metro Rail.
Shout out to the Metro Rail. It builds character. So I'm in the school. They're like, hey, we're going to help you. Like they gave me a buddy. Okay. And my buddy was Junior Alonso.
Oh,
Okay.
what a good buddy.
What my buddy, right? So Junior daps me up in the most black way I've ever been dapped up. Like I almost was like, dude, Wakanda forever, chill. You know what I mean? Like this was like the most black fucking dap, pap, held it, hugged me, pushed back off, eye contact, but still had my hand in his hand. I was like,
But now that you know Junior, he still does that today.
no, like that's a kind of our handshake now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I just know that's who he is. So then we go to homeroom and I get into the class and then if she never had a sidekick, bro, she's too young for you, bro. You know what I mean? If she never had an AIM name, like she's too
Ooh,
young for you,
sent
bro.
to receive.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Send to receive.
like what was your shit?
Slugger 36-16.
Slugger 36 what?
16.
Good for you, bro. What about you?
Well, Mark, how about you?
He was player 329.
Player 329?
Oh, I listen. Before Tinder, there was AIM, and I was the guy on AIM.
What was yours? Sent to receive?
Player 329. 329. But man, I mean, just I was a player. You know what I mean?
I don't doubt it.
That's what it was.
If we're gonna look back at
And
this
I would
day,
only send face photos, so they didn't have to see the body. So then when I would show up, they would see the body and be like, "What the hell happened?" You know?
I gotta be honest. Of all four of us here, Ryan's face card might be the most valid.
Oh,
let's just talk about it here.
Love that.
You know what I mean?
This guy's the best,
he's the
dude.
most generationally good-looking person here. You know what I mean? Mine was FWA to the grave and KID Tetris. So I'm on the KID Tetris, and my buddies are like, "Yo, where the girls at your new school?" And I was like. And for those people on the internet was fucking new. We did not know, okay?
Brand new,
Having
yeah.
internet on your phone was fucking wild.
Yeah,
it was
all
pretty
right?
cool.
That was a way different thing, okay?
Text
People,
was just
T-Mobile.
starting. Yeah.
literally
T-Mobile.
texting was like you had to pay per
If you
character.
didn't have Sidekick, you were T9ing.
Yeah, like this. That's why all of us have fucking carpal tunnel right here now, right? Like fucking trying to text people, I miss you, took 14 minutes, right? So, and if she never had to call you after 9 p.m. because her mama said that she ain't got no free minutes before then, she's too young for you, bro. So,
If you make this put, I'll put you in my top 5.
big facts. So I'm looking around and I'm like, holy shit. I respond and I'm like, bro, there's like no girls in my class, right? So then I remember going and it was like me, Junior Alonso, Andrew Weisbot, Anthony Lopez, who had like, Andrew and I both had transferred in at that time because he came from Killian. So like, I'm like, bro, there's like no girls here, right? And he's like, you know this is an all boys school, right? And I said, what do you mean this is...
Just because your parents like you're going here. You didn't even.
Whoa.
Like, what do you... I'm sorry?
What's the
Like-
first conversation with your parents when you find that out?
Okay, so like after lunch, I had enough time to call my older sister, and I call her, and before I even say anything, she's just laughing on the phone. She's like, "You found out, didn't you?" And I was like, "Holy shit, you knew too?" And no one said anything to me.
She went to Beach High too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
she knew that it was an all boys school, but
yeah,
not
yeah,
you.
yeah. Yeah.
You mentioned the name Tetris was an AIM. How did the King Tetrus name come about?
Okay, do you want the lie or do you want the real?
Oh, I want
the real.
Okay, cool. So
because we're real on this spot.
what I told the label was very different than what I'm going to say right now. Okay, so sorry, Rock Nation, but
Well,
so
Well, don't say anything you're not supposed to say. But keep going.
Jay-Z is gonna watch this, right? So
Can you never silence me with all of my expressions here? You were already my favorite brother here after Mark already just talked shit to me. Okay? All right?
It's fine. We'll keep going.
Okay. So anyway, when I'm like in 8th grade, I'm now going to summer camp at Scott Rayco on the beach. It's like right near Alton. And my parents would drop me off in the morning and I would go do summer camp there and then go to tennis camp like in the afternoon, right? And they had video games there. Okay. So I would just play, the older kids would play all the good games and like I would just play the fucking bullshit games. I got really ridiculously good at Tetris. Like ridiculously good at Tetris.
Tetris is a great game.
Great game, right? So then a lot of the kids that went there were from New York. Okay. So a lot of those kids would just like come up with random nicknames for you and just like be like, oh, we need one more. Let's get little Tetris, right? And I would be like, fuck. So then high school starts the next year. I start rapping because of this chick named Orchidia that I had in homeroom because there's girls in homeroom.
And that's where you pick up girls. Is
That's
what
where you
told
pick up
us.
pick up girls.
We
'cause
wouldn't
it's
have
homeroom.
known that.
Yeah, like you get one chick who's kind of like, copy her homework, okay? Oh. You're doing all this. You're getting the chick that gets the pastelitos in the morning. Like it's like a whole thing.
Okay.
This is like a whole thing.
This is mind blowing because
This
we
is
have
like
no
literally
idea.
like a whole thing, right? Because the chick, the pastelito chick, you gotta have her on the squad.
Oh, yeah.
Because like her mom is the one like giving her the pastelitos and she's selling them, and you'd be like, hey bro, like just let me get a tab real quick. Like I fuck with you. You know what I mean? and then you get your little, guava and cheese.
Fire.
Right?
Is that your favorite one?
Best spots.
I gotta be honest. I don't know what y'all did in that. It's heaven sent.
That's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Heaven sent.
Best thing ever.
Heaven sent. We're like country black, so anything with guava is like a fucking mind blowing experience for me. So anyway, I start rapping in high school because of this chick. We're in homeroom and she's like, I'm like following her around. She's like, I'll introduce you, and I'm like, she's only with the dudes that like were hip hop heads. We're like b-boys, graffiti artists, DJs, and rappers. Right. And so we would go to the cypher where everybody would rap at school and she would just be fucking mesmerized. Right. And I'm like, damn, I got to learn how to rap. So I went home. I came up with a rap. Okay. And then I told her in homeroom, because there's girls in homeroom, told her
At
in
beach high.
homeroom. And I was like, all right, I'm going to rap today. And she's like, oh, you're going to rap? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, what's going to be your name? Right. And I was like, I don't know, Greg. What the fuck?
Right.
Like, weird. Didn't think of it. She's like, just do it. So then I started rapping. And then I said Tetris. So it was because of the kids in New York. But when I tell people in interviews that aren't people that like I've actually met or whatever, they're like, why they name Tetris? I say, like a game, no matter how you fit it, no matter how you want to play it, no matter what, it's always about bars. No matter how you try to fit it in, no how much you try to dress it up, or how much life comes at you, bottom line, you got to rap.
Yeah.
King Tetrus.
There you go.
Also-
I think both sides are
Bravo.
true story.
Both sides are true stories,
Yeah.
Also, fun fact, I tried to upload songs when I did Out of Tokens as Kid Tetris, and there's a Polish DJ under the name King Tetrus that like you can't use the name. So like, I was like, I already had a tattoo of Tetris on my arm, right? So I'm like, oh my God, did I just get like a Polish DJ's name on my arm? Like this is going to be a terrible thing. Then I'm sorry, I put Tetris and he was the Polish DJ. I put Kid Tetris. There's a Jamaican rapper that had one song uploaded and I could not use the name Tetris. So then I was like, King Tetris.
Yeah, perfect.
Loaded it up.
You know that there's a new Tetris game,
Yeah.
like a big like game board thing that you can play and then it wobbles. Have you seen that? It's super sick.
Put that on your Christmas
Yeah, you
list
should put it
for
on your Christmas.
2026.
And there was a movie of how Tetris can be.
With the guy from Kingsman.
Right. What's his name? Or Elton John.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy should be the new Wolverine, right? Like, are they not going to give that guy the new Wolverine? Like, it's him. To me, it's Daniel Radcliffe, wild. But I think Daniel Radcliffe would be like,
Harry Potter?
yeah, I think he's like the
Unfortunately,
right size.
he's always Harry Potter, dude. He's done that to himself.
But I think that would change the world if he came out as Wolverine. Because like Wolverine was not as like gangster as like they've made him in the movies.
Whoa.
Jackman. I mean,
Huge. I'm saying huge. The leader of X-Men was Cyclops. It was
Sure.
never Wolverine.
But Wolverine was always the bad guy. The always guy that didn't pay attention. He was always talking in the deep voice.
okay, but he was
bad.
He was not the leader.
He
They
was
have
not-
now in the movies they have silenced Cyclops as a fucking.
Well, that's a whole
that.
different story. But Wolverine is exactly who he's supposed to be.
I guess that's fair. But
He's a loner. He's a lone ranger. He's always by himself.
Yeah.
And he's always fighting with Cyclops.
That's fair. That's fair. But yeah, that's
And
how I got
Cyclops was perfect, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's a perfect Cyclops.
That-
But I do think like in this new edition,
James Marsden?
Yeah.
what's this
Great.
guy? What's this guy's name? From not the guy from Top Gun and from like the blonde.
The new Top Gun you're talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know.
The Dreamboat?
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Glenn Powell?
I guess.
Yeah, Glenn Powell. Yeah, that's it.
Oh.
I mean, I think his name is Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell. Glenn Powell.
Yeah. Glenn Powell.
He's Cyclops, bro.
Yeah.
He's a new Cyclops.
He
He's gotta
could be a
some-
good Wolverine, actually. I mean, that guy's physique is.
Nah, dude. He's not. His demeanor is not very like.
See, this is what happens when you don't have women in homeroom. You talk like this about other men. Unfortunately, that's what happens.
Yeah.
So, well, getting into that, you are a rapper. If everyone hasn't figured it out.
Check.
And a great rapper, and he's always repping Miami. So you got to listen to him, King Tetrus.
Check.
Now, all my music that I know that's not pop because I just like music because it makes me feel good. So you have your song feel good. So I respect that. But my brother Mark is the one that if I knew anything, it's because of Mark. So There's two artists that you kept naming in a lot of your interviews and their article in the Miami Herald. If you had to pick one,
front page in the Herald.
front page in the Herald.
No big deal.
If
You know what
if you had to pick one, Nas or Kanye West.
to do what?
you're like you said that they help form who you are as a not who you are, but who you are as a rapper. Who would you pick?
Internet, don't cancel me, but like
Say it. We know who you
I
are.
mean, we're gonna support you.
Kanye changed my life, bro.
He's the best.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, like-
Yeah,
amazing.
Kanye, college dropout, Kanye, and early on.
No, but like when I mean like his music changed my life, it's not on the cliche way. It completely changed the arc of my entire life because one of the first concerts I went to was Seeing Sounds with NERD at the AAA, right? My sister was in college and she came back to me and said, there's this rapper I think that you would love, this guy Kanye, but he's performing at the NERD concert, right? And NERD at the time had that song, all the girls standing in the line from the bathroom,
Yeah.
right? Everybody knows, right?
And Rockstar.
And
right?
Rockstar, right?
That song's fire.
And so at the time, I'm like obsessed with rap music. I'm obsessed with like the influence from New York because my sister, my oldest sister, Keisha, was the one who showed me Nas, right? So my introduction to rap was very much like New York centric, but that comes with like gangster rap, a lot of like shooting, kill, boom, 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 right? My sister takes me to this concert. I now see Pharrell in person. His opening acts, a guy named Kanye West and a young girl named Rihanna.
Wow.
Oh. And that was like 2000 and what?
5 maybe?
Oof.
Right? I'm not like
2003 or 4.
maybe 2002 so far.
Because
like he didn't have an album
NERD
out.
was like, yeah.
He didn't have an album out.
No.
So my sister's like, this guy Kanye, I think this is your guy. I think you're gonna like him. Kanye comes out, pink polos, but like double pink
double
polo.
polo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If she's never doubled up on an Abercrombie or a Lacoste polo, if she never knew that Lacoste went through 1 through 9, she's too young for you, bro. Okay? If she never ever went to Nordstrom and looked at the fucking color wheel of Lacoste polos and with the Goodyear Adidas or like those little diesel kind of jeans and shit like that,
Diesel
she's too
jeans.
young for you, bro. Miami shit. So Kanye comes out with the polos, the jeans, and a pair of Jordan 6 infrareds, which is now like, or at the time, in like my lifetime, was my favorite Jordan. Jordan 6 infrareds. And he's talking and he's rapping on a soul beat, the same beats that my mom plays at home, right? My mom, her introduction to music was James Brown, right? And almost all of Kanye's music is on Otis or James Brown, right? So I'm listening to the music. I'm playing it in the car with my mom, and he's like talking about things that made me believe that it was okay for me to be myself. Right? Like now I don't have to pretend like I'm going to wear the 3X tall tee and Girbaud jeans and Air Forces and be like Piccolo and Pitbull. Like I can just be myself. The prep, I can just be myself and like be the Carlton and not be made fun of or anything like that. Right? And so like his music meant a lot more to me.
Yeah.
As like a human, like respectfully, our 10-year reunion for high school was the same day as the Life of Pablo concert. I was at the Life of Pablo concert.
Well, the 20-year, you can make it up, but going to the 20-year reunion.
It's coming up.
Oh, I know it's coming.
We're here.
Yeah, but like
That's wild.
that's also very wild. But like, yeah, the 10-year reunion that went to the Life of Pablo.
Yeah.
So like everything and how I construct music, how I construct bars, how I like vibe sometimes. Like I also just recently went back and listened to what's it called? Graduation. And Glory, right? Is like almost brought me to tears
Yeah.
because like the samples, like even everything, even with my situation with Rock Nation or whatever, what people tell me is they're like, bro, you remind me of that guy. Because it's taboo to talk about him in that building, you know? Hey, you were kind of remind me of that guy, you know? And it's like, while Nas, his structure and how he puts raps together is very much how I've tried to implement, right? Like I would say my biggest three influences is Kanye, Lupe, and Nas.
Oh, that's great.
Those are like my people.
Incredible rappers.
Right? So like
three of all time.
I get into this conversation quite often and I'm like, I loved what he, like, people like, yeah, we see what it is now, right? And it's taboo and everything. And I don't agree with a lot of things he does, but like what he meant to me and my friends is like black kids trying to like maneuver in a situation, specifically in Miami where there's not a large middle class of black people. So like you go into places and like you're the only person. You're to go into places and it's like your life experiences and shared experiences are almost only reflective of people that don't look like you. You know what I mean? So like I'm going to parties, I'm going hanging out with people, and it's like, yeah, I understand what you're doing, but like we don't come from the same places. We don't come from the same cultures, right? So like you get very isolated. You feel like you're on an island. You feel like, you know, you're just different, right?
Right.
But the biggest superstar in the world at that time is like making stories and speaking about things
And
that,
telling you all those things
that I
Right.
intimately
Right.
can like understand what that is, right? And so
Yeah.
like, not to change the subject, but when I went to Casa Tiki or Death Flamingo for the Super Bowl, right? And I am not Puerto Rican, I am not Hispanic, but the moment of watching and hearing people talk about having someone speak to them, like as Bad Bunny speaking to them, and like
Right.
really like having that representation.
Yeah.
And bro, I watched people cry, bro.
Yeah. I mean, we got into all of that, and you know what you're saying makes total sense, and
You know,
so obviously it makes sense as Kanye would be the guy early on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as you said, there's a whole different history to who he was, but I think we can all agree here historically in music, what he started is unreal.
Graduations is it's the best rap album of all time, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I mean, college dropout, late registration, and I mean, it just goes on and on. It was hit after hit, album after
I
album.
don't know if it's I don't think that's even Kanye's best work. Right.
Right, you're
like,
right, which is most musical talents. Because I've had this discussion with my
They
brother
just keep going.
about the Beatles and everything. Usually, early on, it's what they need to do to get popular, and not in a bad way, but a little bit more poppy, a little bit more things that people want to listen to, and then they get into the music that they actually want to make. So maybe you tied to something later in his album.
Spaceship, man, that song. I worked at Cheesecake Factory, so he has like one of the
I ain't
man,
made shit.
that song
Yeah.
that got me through being a busboy at Cheesecake Factory. Like I used to rap that while I was cleaning up tables, man.
Bro, I love that.
I love Kanye. That early Kanye West, that first song, Through the Wire, I heard that for the first time on channel 72, super late at night.
On the box.
On the
MTV.
box. It was the box.
No, it was the box.
It was the box.
We had the same kid. You said channel 7. I was like, that's the
72.
box.
I was on the phone with a girl and I go, stop talking. I need to hear this song. I don't know what it is. It's phenomenal. And I was like, I need to wait for his name to come up.
Yeah,
so I
on
could
the
see.
it comes on the box. You don't
on the
remember the
bottom.
box?
Yeah, I remember
Oh,
Channel
okay.
72. I just wasn't sure if it was.
Yeah, MTV2 bought the box, and that's what became.
MTV2.
MTV2.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I told the girl, I said, please wait. I need to find the name. I got the name, wrote it down, hung up the phone with her, got onto dial-up so I can download the song on LimeWire. I think it
LimeWire.
bro,
was.
that's crazy. I actually, to kind of not to take over or anything, but my friends and I often have these conversations of who has, like, when you just decide, like, when you put your list of the greatest rappers of all time, right? There's not a lot of people that have 4 classic albums.
Yeah, I mean it's.
He's in the top 5.
No,
Yeah, most people have that are successful have 2. Like we're not talking
No.
about 1,
So-
right?
so-
like 2 that means are real good. But he had 4 to 5.
I would say arguably, like, he might have 5, right? And where I think, like, you have the trilogy, right? So late registration, graduation, all that, right? College Dropout, 808s and Heartbreaks,
Yep.
right? Classic.
That's
I
our
would
college
also
time.
say,
Life of
Life
Pablo.
of
Life of
Pablo is
Pablo.
incredible.
right? Incredible. And then My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is his best album he's ever done, right?
Right.
Then
The thing with Jay-Z.
I was gonna say, Watch the Throne banged.
Best concert I've ever been to. Watch the Throne. That concert was insane.
If she never had the double disc with the absolute 24K gold on it and banged, what you need? If she doesn't know, we're only gonna dance skate to one song only. She doesn't know any of those things. She's too young for you, bro. Okay, like if she never quoted Kanye on her first Instagram that was only for iPhone users, like she's too young for you, bro. Anyway, I digress. So like I say like Kanye, he's got like 5 classic albums. Yeah. Jay-Z, we got kind of like sticky with like Drake because we were like,
he has a lot of hate too, but
I love him.
Drake
does
has.
he have 3 or 4 classics? Classic albums. I'm not saying like.
I think he does.
Okay, so for me, I'd say yes.
Yeah.
I say it's Take Care might be a top 10 greatest hip hop album of all time.
Mm-hmm.
So you got Take Care, Views, right?
Yep.
And then
Marvin's Room?
maybe
Is
that's
that
on Marvin's Room's on Take Care.
Okay.
So maybe what's the one that he did with like Houston, Atlanta, Vegas, and
If you're reading this is too late.
Nothing was the same.
Nothing was the same. Take Care, and then Thank Me Later is his first.
Thank Me Later is the classic.
Is the first one, yeah.
So I think it's Thank Me Later, Take Care, and Views from the Six. I don't think anything else has been like
The whole album, yeah.
whole album a classic.
Yeah.
And then they were trying to convince me that like, and I also said Outkast has 3 classics because like great.
Mm-hmm.
Eminem,
Lil Wayne.
3 classics. Lil Wayne, 3 classics. Jeezy, 3 classics.
Yeah, but none of them are 4 or 5, like you're saying.
They're not 4. Like
Yeah.
like to have 3 classic albums
Right.
is like a big deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, the hard thing with hip hop, I think, is that the sound changes so much within a small period of time, 5-10 years, it completely changes. And for you to be able to switch it up and still be relevant is a very difficult thing to do, which just shows how talented.
Or be yourself and still break through no matter what the generation is. Because I would say Kanye is like that.
Yeah, man. And not to toot my horn or anything like that, but like I'm about to have like a platinum selling album.
Let's
like,
go.
Pretty soon.
Let's
do
go.
it.
Like, I'm like maybe 15,000 away on Spotify from like
Let's go.
being placked up, right?
From
And
Miami.
like, that's crazy.
That's
That's
crazy.
amazing.
Congrats
man.
to you.
That's
Congrats.
crazy.
Congrats to you. To all your
Congrats.
success
That's
so
crazy.
far.
That's crazy.
By the way, US1, that song
check.
is so good.
So good.
Shout out to US1. So good.
Bro,
So good.
you want to laugh? There's a person here that I played that song for when I was like, so Mark and I were working together early on when I started like trying to get out there on Instagram and we were creating content and everything, right? I play him US1 and he goes, why the fuck isn't this out?
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't make the album. And he's like, you should put this out like immediately, right? And I was like, no, it doesn't really, it's not that good or whatever, right? And then like maybe like a year later, I'm at, damn, whose house party was that, Mark? That it was like
Was it-
me, you,
It was
Fabri-
I think it was Febrez's baby shower.
No,
was it
he
that?
didn't have a baby yet.
Was it Rudy's house?
Was it Rudy's house that we went to? That was like, yeah, it might have been Rudy's crib.
Rudy Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Yeah, before his kitchen was
No, Rudy
completed.
Lang.
Oh no, I was thinking Rudy Rodriguez.
Well, I know I went to a house party, and because I know I was dating like that was 2 exes ago, so that had to been like 5 years ago.
It was a while.
It was a while
So
ago.
I remember like you coming up to me and you were like, "Hey, bro, when are you ever gonna like release that song?" Right? And I was like, "All right, let me go listen to this song again." Right? I'm in my car, and I'm like, I put the song on, and I was like, "Yeah, this is
Dude,
gonna go.
it's so
This is gonna
good.
go."
It's so good.
I put it out. It changed my entire life. Completely changed my entire life.
US one.
US One is the reason I'm here because like I put that song out. All the radio stations here in South Florida play the song. Then it's getting played on Sirius Radio. Then all local DJs are playing it. I was in a Bacardi ad. Like they played it in a Bacardi ad. Like just wild.
That's
just
wild.
like stuff that already happened. And like it changed my entire life. Like by far. By far, by far.
Well, so obviously those are great things, and like it's gonna trump this. But I would ask, we're talking about local things, trying to keep everything Miami, like the way that you rap about.
Mm-hmm.
What is your favorite local spot that you've rapped at? Because you said you started, at local spots like Lincoln Brewery, right? That's right here. So what would be your favorite spot that you rapped at locally?
I think it's Lincoln's.
Lincoln's.
They've been
Great
having
spot.
and admittedly, like, shout out to Crazy Hood, DJ AFN, and like Drink Champs and all these peoples, right? So, are you familiar with Crazy Hood?
No.
Are you familiar with Crazy Hood? So, Crazy Hood was like the premier hip hop collective in Miami, right? And you guys know Drink Champs, the podcast?
Yeah, with Joe Budden.
No, that's not it either. But it's Noriega.
Nori,
Nori. It's like
The other one.
Nori in EFN, and they like have interviewed like the best people in the world. Like they've got Kanye interviews, they've gotten like Obama interviews. Like they're like locally here. You guys should definitely check them out. So EFN throws a Crazy Hood Day or stuff like that, or a 305 Day almost every year, right? Bro, the biggest show that I ever did last year was like at Lincoln's Brewery. They like rearranged everything and like made it insane.
Well, it
Like,
is a big
insane.
spot when you look at it,
Yeah,
right? And you
insane.
can go upstairs and
Yeah.
Were you rapping on the normal stage that they always use, or they put you up top?
No, so they built a stage outside that was like insane.
Oh, outside.
Yeah,
Like,
outside
insane.
is huge too.
Like insane. So it's like that's probably my favorite because I feel like for those of you who have never come to the King Tetrus experience, check. My demeanor when you just talk to me is so off-putting because you probably can't believe that I'm the rapper, right? But like a switch goes off and I turn into like an absolutely ball of energy and just a psychopath rapping, and they're just like, what the fuck just happened? You know what I mean? So like I like that spot a lot. Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
If you had the aliens are coming tomorrow, the world is over, and you got one last meal of your life from Miami, what are you having? It could be multiple things. It could be appetizer, main. What are you eating for your last meal?
Wing Wednesday, Flanagan wings to start. Oof. I'm gonna do vaca frita from Sergio's.
Oh,
Vaca frita from Sergio's. The
delicious.
Nicaraguense food, Yambos.
Oh, you're getting a lot of food.
The fuck?
Yeah,
I'm dying.
what the hell? It's last day, bro.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Yambos.
No oxtail?
Let me finish.
Oh,
good
my
job.
God.
Jesus, man.
Let me finish.
Is it
big
your
dog.
last meal?
My bad,
Let me finish. I'm going to Chef
Time's running
Creole.
out. It's the end of the world.
Chef Creole. I'm getting the oxtail, and I'm just like, that's 3 meats. Pause. But like 3 meats, and then after that, I'm definitely getting the moro from Palacio de Jugos,
Okay.
right? Because like, or was it no, not moro,
Yeah, moro.
congri?
Congri.
Congri.
Cubans call it congri.
That's
Well,
how you know I've been here.
No,
bro.
there's moros and congri. They're two separate things.
Like that's how you know I've been here, type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
You
I
know your
really,
stuff,
like I'm
man.
really here. You know,
You know your stuff.
chubby and lovely for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So that, and then I'm like a simple person. So like for me, I would just get like eat all of it with the ambiance of like a Houston's or Hillstone kind of vibe. You
That sounds a little fancy.
know, but like. Bro, but like a Hillstone's, you're leaving there with 2 people, less than 150, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say 2 cougars, but
You give me
know.
too much credit, bro. Give me too much credit. But
any
yeah.
dessert? Any dessert?
Oh man,
You got a sweet tooth?
Kith treats.
Never heard of it.
You never heard of Kith? You know, like clothing line Kith?
Yeah, I was gonna say that you went like there was a bunch of college. There's a big drop like today on Kith, right?
Yeah.
With the college jackets.
Yeah, that's. I don't want to talk about it, but
FSU didn't make it.
didn't make it.
Oh my bad.
So
Did you
Yeah,
Pardon?
The Rock was on.
Yeah,
The
The
Rock.
Rock.
was on.
hey, Mark.
I was just
Never
checking.
mind. I'm gonna change the subject.
I was
So
just checking.
we're gonna Kith Treats. There's a Action Bronson who's also one of my favorite rappers. He has his own where it's Oreos, brownies, Cookie Crisp, Lucky Charms, marshmallows, cinnamon, and they like make it like McFlurry style.
Oh my
And
gosh.
they put it there, and it's like
Where is this?
Where's this place?
Kith.
Yeah, but where is
So
Kith?
there's one on South Beach. There's one in the Design District. Yeah,
All right, we're
going.
it's a cereal bar. So like technically, it's
I think I've heard about this.
yeah,
before
it's
now.
like Kith Treats is like probably it's the greatest.
All right.
It's like if Dairy Queen, McDonald's, and like high fashion all had a child, it would be there.
So we're gonna go and
That's a
try
good-looking
it.
child.
Do you want us to call you when we go and you can try
Are
it with
you
us?
just like not inviting me?
No,
Is
I'm
that, like,
inviting you.
what's happening?
I'm actually inviting you right now.
All right, let's do that. I'm like 100% ready for it.
Is that your car?
Is that my car?
I think someone's stealing your car.
Is that really your car? Let's pause that.
Check. Just check.
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 Bro, let us
Go
know if we
check
gotta run
your
out.
car. Do you have a someone stealing your car at this moment?
Oh yeah, so they're idling.
All right, this may be happening for real. All right, so he did not lose his car.
No car was
But
stolen.
listen, we're in West. Oh wow, we're in West Miami. You know, this is you know, they got their own police force here. We're in a good spot. But that was kind of scary there for a second.
Well,
Sorry, guys.
The
That
scary
sounded
part,
like my car.
The scary part was that like as soon as you opened the gate, the
guy ran off.
Yeah.
What I think is hilarious, and this is how I know Mark's a real one. As soon as you turned the corner, he stood up and pulled his pants up like a real Miami dude, bro. He pulled his, hey, like, what's up, though? Like, this is my brother's, you know, like, woo woo, you know?
Mark was the brother that you didn't want to mess with. That's for sure. Although if you get Psycho Chris on you, you got to be careful.
don't
If
doubt it.
someone went mess with me, Christopher quickly changed to that
Psycho
brother he
Chris
didn't
is
want
kind
to.
of scary. Also, he's got another persona called Clubber Chris.
I think I know Clubber Chris.
Oh,
Yeah.
Clubber Chris is the
think I know Clubber
best.
Chris.
We'll go to Kith and then we'll do Clubber Chris. We'll go to 11.
At
Hang with the
one
USA
of your
team.
events, we're gonna have to go to your next event
So
if we can.
the next couple of months are going to be a lot of fun. I believe that I've created something that's going to change the rest of my life. And the new album, right? I've actually not dropped the name on anybody else's podcast. So, like, can I, like, drop it here?
Hell yeah.
Let's go. Come on.
Is it
the
like,
mafia?
Because, like, I'm here with the
Yeah.
mafia. I'm here with
Yeah.
my friend of ours. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So the name of the next project is Per My Last Email by
Amazing.
King Tetrus. And we've got, like, some cool features and some people that, like, you wouldn't expect us to kind of work with. And, you know, we're kind of really, really, really excited about it.
All right.
So
Well, we're
Oh
all
man,
looking
so
forward to it.
excited to listen to it.
Thanks for dropping
we
here.
got a time frame when this is dropping.
So I typically drop projects 10-10 every year. So there'll be a lot of singles between now and then, a lot of stuff kind of moving in the right direction, but 10-10 would be my target.
Is that your
But-
birthday?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Put that on your calendars. 10-10 King
Yeah.
Tetris per my last email.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah,
Love
yeah.
that.
Awesome.
Sir, this has been an absolute blast.
Are we ending? Is this what's happening?
Is there? Well, no. Actually, I wanted to say one more thing before we get to the end. So we're gonna bring it back to Dolphins. Okay.
Okay.
We obviously don't have high hopes for next year. I would imagine, right?
Who doesn't have high hopes for next
Okay,
year?
you have high hopes for next
No,
year.
I don't.
So, being that we have a rapper here from Miami, the
Check.
only person that ever put a song out about the Dolphins, Dolphins Make Me Cry, Darius Rucker, is not from Miami. I think we need a Miami Dolphins song. Dolphins Make Me Cry. Something needs to.
And put us
to
in the
happen.
put us in the rap video, please.
Could there be a rap video without baddies? Have you seen Ryan's face? There is no rap video without Ryan. Baddies only,
We'll
bro.
be wearing khakis with
Oh, that'd be funny.
Yeah.
That'd be
khakis,
funny.
a tie, and the short sleeve because that's all. Honestly, something
and the
like
Skechers and the Skechers.
the Skechers.
Bro, if I never saw those shoes again for the rest of my life.
No,
like,
we're gonna
But
get
you
you
wore,
for
but you wore
Christmas.
them as sandals, right?
No, bro, because my mom, every time I try to do that, she's like, I paid for those. And I was like, okay, mom. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to do that.
You're good. You're a
right?
good son. You're a good son.
I do the best I can. I'm her only one, so I'm her favorite. But yeah, no, like, it's crazy because, like, not skipping over it, but, like, Feel Good was adopted by the Panthers. So for, like,
Amazing.
Shout out to my guy, DJ Genesis.
If there's any team that you want to be a part of
Oh,
right now,
Right now,
Yeah.
it'd be the Panthers.
Yeah.
Bro, during the playoff run last year, they would play Feel Good when they scored. Like,
Oh, wow.
it was crazy. It was like the craziest thing of my life. Like, I had some crazy moments over the
That's
past
badass,
year.
dude.
Yeah.
Reigning reigning Stanley Cup
champs.
champion. Shout out to Matthew Tkachuk, by the way. U.S. gold Olympian. Shout out USA Hockey. Amazing. By the way, my daughter gave me this. Put it on in overtime. We won the game. I have not taken it off, and I'm not going to take it off. Hopefully, and this is the reason why they didn't steal your cart. by the
Yeah,
way.
absolutely.
Good luck.
Cool.
Hey, bro, nothing's gonna happen to you in Black History Month. Okay, it's not gonna happen. All right. But yeah, so Feel Good was played by the Panthers. We've had it played at Marlins games. We've had it played. Has it been played at Heat games? No.
We just did the national anthem at the Heat
What did
game,
you do
right?
at the you went to
Or the halftime show.
Halftime show.
All right.
Yeah.
Did
the
you
halftime
perform Feel Good there?
show. No, I didn't. They had like a Black History night, and shout out to my guy Jay Howard, who's also like incredible. They had me like do like almost like spoken word raps introducing each song. So they were honoring 4 different entertainers that are from Miami, and I helped like narrate the whole thing. So it was a pretty cool experience. It's the most people I've ever been in front of, like in my entire life. Shout out to the Mafia being out there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was crazy. Very, very crazy. But definitely, I would say like Feel Good because of the almost Grammy went crazy. US won. Changed my life. Champagne Showers did pretty well as well. Like it's just been like
That was one of your earlier ones, all right? Champagne showers?
no, that one came out like a couple months ago.
Click Twice is the other one I heard.
Yeah.
They're really
Click
good.
twice on my Instagram, tell me that you miss me. You know what I mean? Crazy times. Just absolutely like anytime I talk about music, it's like I try not to be like too humble, you know, but like
You should be. I mean, you got to enjoy the success. You've worked hard enough for it. And trust me, if the Dolphins ever be winning, I'm going to tell everybody how good they're doing.
see,
So
that's the reason why I don't speak about it. Because like if there's anything that I've learned from being a Dolphins fan, like we have gone on lots of runs, right? Like it's not like we've been terrible every year, right? So 2 years ago, right?
best year of our life. We say it all
Best
the time.
year.
2023.
Absolutely killed it, right? And then we go up to Kansas City and lay an egg.
Well, before then, Tennessee. Remember Monday night, Tennessee?
Oh, that's
See,
true.
We had that game. It was done. We would have been a 2 seed. Like that's it. Like that. We just had to win that game. That we were up by 14 or whatever with 4
And we
minutes
would have
left.
its home game as a 2
Yeah,
seed.
we were there.
Would have been the 2 seed. Or then you could have won the division against the Bills, Week 18, Sunday night game. Punt return, you're winning at halftime, then give up a punt return for a touchdown, and it's just all downhill from there. It's just been a slow death since then.
And then you look back now, like obviously we know what we're doing with Tua, but you look at just the offense, like just throwing to Waddle and Hill and all the
He's got hell.
and Mostert and all the big plays. Like it was there, and you hear the team talk about it. Like Waddle was on Teron Armstead's podcast last week, and I've heard Teron Armstead say him plenty of times. But they're like, we had a team to win the Super Bowl, and everyone got hurt, and they did. They all got hurt, but
Phillips and Chubb.
Phillips Chubb got hurt. Remember the center, which I can't remember his name. He also got hurt in the Tennessee game, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Or in the
Williams.
Cowboys game.
Williams.
In the Cowboys game, Connor Williams got injured. It's tough.
It's just
It's luck, too.
And the
behind it.
Dolphins make me cry.
I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like, I hope and pray. Like, okay, I know we joked about it. I know we're coming to the close, but I say this all the time. As a diehard Florida State person, the one thing college football does not want to see is fucking Miami Hurricanes doing well. And I say it like this. I say it like this.
It's good for the sport.
Watch me cook.
Okay,
Watch
go
me
for
cook. When Miami got their death sentence, okay, and they could not compete in postseason play, and they lost all their scholarships right after like the Ja'Cory Harris years or whatever, right?
Oh yeah, well,
Bro,
they've had two kind of death sentences.
that's what I'm saying. Like the most recent one.
Right.
You know who benefited from that?
You guys did.
The Florida State Seminoles.
Yeah.
Because all of our skill positions, all those people are from South Florida.
Yeah.
Right?
Also Alabama.
Well,
yeah,
Alabama.
so-
So Alabama, like, we got one national championship out of it. Alabama, Nick Saban built his entire legacy on people.
From Miami.
You think Amari Cooper's going to Alabama if UM is going?
Right.
Jeremiah Smith said it during the national championship or the playoff game. He was like,
After you
they were
lost,
like,
yeah.
hey, like, would you have left home if Miami was good? And he was like, of course I would have not left home, right? You think Patrick Surtain is leaving after going to
PS2.
American Heritage and all this stuff? And I said, the worst thing you could ever do, specifically in NIL in this world, you're going to give an 19... So college, for most people, is where you get baddies, right? You mean to tell me I'm going to be 19 years old and I'm going to have $1 million in my pocket and I'm going to be able to go to Brickell and South Beach and
drive
like,
whatever car you
drive
want.
whatever car I want and pick up baddies?
Get to go to 11, not pay for anything.
But that was the Hurricanes in the 80s and 90s. They were doing that.
But now it's legal.
But that's what I'm saying is that like now, right? Now we're looking when you know, shout out to Cristobal, Columbus, Adelante, whatever. But whatever. The way I look at it is like this. My best friend Trent is a diehard Canes fan. My manager Manny is a diehard Canes fan.
Good
And
guys.
I said to them, I was like, I am not a Canes hater. I am not one of those people that is like, I went to FSU, so fuck the Hurricanes. It's only fuck the Hurricanes when we're playing.
Right.
But like, I'm still from here. So like, I would love to see them win. But I said, Lord Jesus, if y'all would have won this national championship, that transfer portal would have been on absolute smash.
It already has been.
No, but like even more because all of those kids are now saying that they have friends on this team who won a national championship. Right. Now they're sitting in fucking bumfuck Ohio, cold as fuck. They're sitting in all these places, cold as fuck, away from their families, everything. And now Cristobal can be like, my third string could start anywhere else in the world.
Yeah.
You know?
Jeremiah, come home, baby. Just come home. Come home.
Like,
play with Malachi.
But
come home.
I would say that for college football, specifically the ACC, it's better if both FSU and Miami are good.
It's done. It's never gonna happen again.
But it used to happen, so it can happen again.
It will never happen again.
You guys need to get Jimbo back. That's a whole different story.
Jimbo doesn't want to coach.
But if would have won the national championship, they would have broken the Tequesta Indian curse and given the Dolphins a chance. But since they did not, the Tequesta Indian curse persists.
Hard Rock.
So do you really genuinely believe
1,000%?
not in the curse, but do you really genuinely believe that like, and I'm saying this like as a hardcore FSU fan, it's not gonna happen again.
What?
That both are going to be good at the same time?
It's not.
Or that Miami's going to be...
No, like Miami and FSU will not be good together at the same time.
I mean, it depends on can FSU play in this new world of college football. Like, obviously the Canes are figuring out they can. There's so much money coming into the city of Miami.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. Florida State is almost $500 million deficit running as a school, right? That's what the number came out. So then you have a coach who has not recruited well in the state of Florida. The one thing Cristobal is doing better than any other coach in the state of Florida is keeping kids in the state of Florida.
Yeah.
Right?
Which Schnellenberger did.
Like the same, literally, he said, why do I need to go to all the, I'm going to get my quarterback from California. I'm going to get my quarterback from Texas. Right?
He did in Oregon too. He also recruited the shit out of Oregon as well.
That's it. That's all he needs to do. Right? That guy's going to walk into your home and be like, if you're from Miami and your dad's the same age as Cristobal, they're gonna remember Cristobal from Columbus.
The Mafia.
The Mafia, like literally, they're gonna remember the Mafia. So I'm like, and then my buddies that are all FSU, because I'm in a group chat, and they're like, man, look at what Miami's doing. And I said, you know what's crazy is that like our window, FSU's window, closed like 2-3 years ago because, or right when the transfer portal started to really boom, I felt like we were done because now, even if Miami's not winning, are you rather going to go to school in Tallahassee where it's in the most respectful way? Your degree is going to mean more academically coming from the University of Miami than going to Florida State.
If you live in Miami.
No.
FSU's on the up, man.
Yeah,
you know, it's like a 1420 SAT to get into FSU
Like,
right now.
They're ranked.
They're
ranked the
growing.
same. You're
Growing, but it's not Miami.
I think you're just a
but
hard.
It's growing.
You're just a little hurt as a FSU fan. But 2 years ago, when they opened up in Ireland against Notre Dame, like they were supposed to be really good that year, and because of the new like transfer portal thing, in the middle of the year, the kids just stopped playing because you don't have a coach that has culture and can keep those kids together. I think I do think it can happen seriously. I think both teams can be good, and it'll be good for the ACC specifically. Like the ACC needs those two teams to be good. Like that's what they've always wanted.
FSU wants out of the ACC.
Yeah, but I know
that's
I know that
that's
we're
a dumb
like
idea.
going over, but we need to talk about this, right? Like we need to talk about this. As a former college athlete that switched schools, I have so many problems with the transfer portal.
Yeah, I also former college athlete that switched schools, and I agree with you. I think it's not the right thing.
How so?
Here's why. I think get your money, right? But like, there's no way. Number one, if you transfer schools more than once, there's no way your credits are moving with you. Like, it's just no way, right?
No.
Like, I had to start basically like almost all from scratch after freshman year because like they didn't transfer to the state schools. So we have people transferring multiple times, right? 3 and 4 times, and I'm like,
Yeah.
there's no way there's just no way this person's ever, even if like they didn't go to the league, right? And like the transfer portal has 20,000 people in there, maybe 200 of those people are going to benefit from transferring to a different school. So then we're teaching our as student athletes that like when things get hard, when you don't start, when you don't have everything given to you on a silver platter, you leave.
Yeah, jump ship.
But that is not vindictive or reflective of what life is going to be for you. And I say this all the time, like the draft is 7 rounds, right? 7 rounds, right? What is that? Maybe
255 players,
maybe
something like that.
Around that, yeah.
Yeah.
And how many of those people actually make the team? Or,
Good point.
so you're talking about the top, like there's tens of thousands of people getting bad information about to transfer. And I'm like, bro, what was that kid's name that like got the scholarship to go to Florida? His dad like messed him up and then like went to Arizona State or something like that. Like he was a quarterback. The
kid from Tennessee that was going to UCLA and then
No. This is a different kid. He was like, I know who you're talking about. That's also a sad story, but like without putting name dropping, but I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, first off, you're not getting an education in the way that like it's framed. And I know for a fact from many sources, a lot of these people, you're getting $1.2 million a year. You're paying a kid's college. You're paying another kid that goes to the school and says, you don't have financial aid. You're a 4.0 student. How about you take an extra 2 semesters for me? I'll pay your school, I pay your debt, and I'll pay for your degree. They're not like, this is what's happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know this to be 100%
Yeah,
fact.
it's not about school.
It's
I'd agree
not
with you.
about
It
school.
should be at least transfer portal once a year. That's it. You got an opportunity at the end of the year to kind of.
I don't even think of that. I think this is how I think the transfer portal should be.
Let's hear it.
Your coach leaves, you go wherever you want, right? Like, so if your coach goes,
But then a coach shouldn't be able to recruit in either. Like there was a time where it's not fair.
That's what Signetti did with JMU and taking him to Indiana.
Same difference with Lane Kiffin, right? Like, totally understand. But I think if you're at like UCF or University of Miami or whatever, and your coach leaves, right, you should not be held. Right, that
makes sense.
Right?
But at the end of the year, let's say, because like even right now, you start spring ball, and let's say the coach doesn't want you. He's like, this guy's not good enough. He's a freshman. He's not good enough. I'm gonna go recruit someone. The transfer portal works both ways. I'm going to recruit someone to take that guy's spot and tell him, hey, get out of here because you're not going to play. But if the coach doesn't have that opportunity, the coach also has to coach that kid. You're like, I got to get more out of you because if this guy gets hurt, you're playing.
Yeah.
So where he turns from one year to the next, like he may be a different player. And when I was at FIU, you know, we were told, I was part of that conversation, you're not going to play much, whatever. And then one of the kids in that car, we were driving to the Grove, I remember, we're like, what should we do? Should we transfer? We're like, we're not going to play much. He's like, nah, I'm just going to play. And I couldn't redshirt anymore, but he was like, I'm not going to redshirt. I'm just going to take my year and then see what happens after that. Third baseman, my good friend Javi Suho, he gets hurt first play of the game or first inning of the game. This guy comes into play, Mike Martinez. He holds the record for most home runs in FIU. He has the most RBIs. Like, he has all the records in baseball. And this is a guy who was told, hey, you should take a redshirt and get out of here.
Dude, same difference with me.
And that's like, why they should...
They told
have
me
to
that
stay
like,
for at least a year.
I was like not gonna ever play. Like the reason I got into the game was me and D-Rob. We were on a trip, bro. These people were like drunk, like our teammates. I'm not putting names, but they were drunk, and we were playing like a mid-major. And coach looked at us and was like, "You guys ready, bro?" I didn't even bring my rackets. Like I knew I wasn't gonna play, right? Like I just knew like I wasn't even really gonna play. I had to like borrow somebody else's shit. We got out there and we just fucked it up. And like, we just like, we're here now. So I do believe that like transferring, you could transfer one time, right? No holds barred. If your coach leaves, you can transfer. But I also believe that like if you transfer more than once on your own accord, you should have to sit out a year. Right.
And that's how it used to be.
It used to be. Yeah. Like if you transfer, you got to sit out a year. Right. Because like in that year, that's how you can keep culture in the colleges. That's how you keep culture on the teams, is saying like there's going to be like staple people here on the team that we can build around rather than just like all this like interaction. I used to know all the players on my team, right? Like not on my tennis team, but just like at FSU, I used to like know all the starters and be like, damn, this guy's grinded since freshman year. Here's his opportunity, right? Like, and you're not even patient. When I was 18, I wasn't even patient. Like I was not like mentally strong enough to go.
Yeah, how young were we at 18?
Someone gives you the opportunity and the money, you're gonna take that opportunity every single time.
Or like even that kid for Kansas, the basketball player,
Darren
Peterson, bro. This guy's playing 10 minutes, looking at his coach like, I already got my film for the day, so like I'm out. You know what I'm saying?
Scoring
like,
18 points.
I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And this is all because of like the transfer portal and all these things. And I'm always like, I think college football, I loved college. I really genuinely followed college football harder than I did the pros, right? Because I loved the culture. It was like, you knew what you were getting from a Nick Saban team. You knew where you were going to get from like a Kirby Smart or Jimbo Fisher, all these different people. And it was like, now it's like, they don't even know how they're gonna like maneuver. It's like whoever has like the most insane fan base, right? And I think like, shout out to Indiana. Shout out, you caught lightning in a bottle. But do we think that that's sustainable for them to be able?
When you have Mark Cuban paying the team, you're good.
So does Phil Knight, but they're not sustainable.
Well,
Oregon has like one of the richest.
You got to find the right culture guy.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. The culture is going to be difficult to kind of like build upon consistently. So I've got like so many what grinds my gears about college sports because like my dad was a college athlete. My mom was a college athlete. My brother-in-law was a college athlete. My sister was a college athlete. Like this was like kind of what it was. So
you're leading us into another tease that we're gonna have. We're gonna have another show, and we're gonna have a show called, we don't know what it's gonna call, but it's gonna basically all the opinions. We're gonna speak more about other sports. And when we talk college sports, we're bringing you on, and you're going to come talk college sports with us.
I would literally do whatever.
And you could be the resident FSU fan. It's going to be perfect.
I actually like love that and I hate that at the same time.
Yeah, but that's
right?
fine. There's no.
Did you
FSU
invite
stuff.
Mark? Is Mark going to be invited?
Producer Mark is
Always.
always there. If not,
He's a staple.
You're not here before. We're like Mark. We would be nowhere without Mark. So he's gonna be here.
He makes everything go around.
Yeah. And with that, I think now we're gonna come to an end. Is there any other Dolphin knowledge you want to drop, or that you didn't get to speak of before we close this up?
Zach Taylor. I'm sorry.
Zach Thomas.
Zach Thomas or Jason Taylor?
Oof, that's tough.
Let's get weird.
No, I think for me it's Zach Thomas. I think he was the heart and soul of the team, of the defense. I think Jason Taylor was just a better player, a generational player. So he made all the big plays, but I think Zach is the one that kept that whole defense. And that defense, talk about the teams that we fell in love with. We fell in love with that team, with that defense, I think.
Surtain or Madison?
Sam Madison.
Sam Madison.
Maddie, right?
He was a
Sam
dog, and he was
Madison
first.
was a dog.
I think Surtain was ultimately better than him, but we first started because it was Terrell Buckley first. Terrell Buckley and Sam Madison, and then this dog came, Sam Madison, who became our number one.
And he put him in the nickel. Yeah.
And then after then, Sam Madison came. Professor Tam came. And then we had Brock Marion. We had, what a team. Dale Garner, Tim Bowens. And then you had Jason Taylor. And whoever was next to Jason Taylor, Agunglier was there the other day because I didn't know he was an Indiana alum. Who was at Trace, the Armstrong guy?
Trace Armstrong.
Trace Armstrong. The guy on the other side of Jason would always get a bunch of sacks too because of Jason. Just over and over
I
again.
was on a cruise this weekend, and there was a signed poster of Jason Taylor on the wall in the sports, Jason Taylor, and then on the other side was Ryan Tannehill, but with a Tennessee jersey on.
Oof.
But it was those two guys. I was like, this is so random. Why are they here?
Well, Jason Taylor, first ballot Hall of Famer, Miami ties, Miami legend now at the U. I get why he's there now. Tennessee Titan Ryan Tannehill jersey is absurd.
Wonder of the Seas, Royal Caribbean. They
I gotta
really.
be honest, it sounds money laundering to me. 'Cause, like, why would you have? And no disrespect to Ryan Tannehill, right? Like he
was
his
number
thing.
99 on that list that you're talking about. Top quarterbacks of all time. He was
Oh my
number
god,
99.
I did see that. I thought that we were just making fun
Ryan
of him.
He
Tannehill?
was number
They
99.
put him as like 99.
What list is this?
I think it's the PFF top quarterbacks of all time. Montana was 2, which I thought was interesting. It was Brady was number 1, Montana was number 2.
Where was Manning? 3?
I think he was 3.
You can't really put a you like. I honestly feel like Peyton is one of those people. Like if you can't put him lower than 4.
Payton is my number 2. He was my guy growing up. I would always
You can't put him over.
I would always root for him over Brady. Always be the guy that, like, Dwayne Wade is better than LeBron. Peyton Manning's always better than Tom Brady. Those are eating the what do you call those things at the
Zebra
Columbus? No, not zebra cakes. The tater tots,
tots.
$1.25 tater tots. Columbus mornings. Just have those debates with the boys. There's nothing better. With a giant blop of ketchup and some mayonnaise. Oh, flavor puff in the afternoon, $2.25, best deal there. Good stuff.
It's true. But like, so Peyton, who's your top 5? I know we got to go, but like, who's your top 5
Top 5. Well,
quarterbacks?
I'm going to go number 1 for sure. For me is Tom Brady. Not even close. I didn't know Joe Montana had so many. He had multiple MVPs as well. So that was an interesting part of the list. Like the quarterbacks who had multiple MVPs, it was very limited. It was Tom Brady and Joe Montana. I'm pretty
Aaron
sure.
Rodgers has 3.
Well,
Rodgers and Peyton have multiples.
yeah. So that's and I think that's where it like ends. Like even John Elway only has 1. Dan Marino only has 1. Drew Brees only has 1.
All right. I hate to say this. I really do. I am not a John Elway guy.
Oh my god.
Man, he went to so many Super Bowls. He was
Like, I'm not.
He was the first guy that did the run and the throwing. Like he was that first guy, and he went to the
Steve Young.
Like he went to the. He was before Steve Young.
No.
Yeah.
It
played it-
was.
It was all around the same time. But remember, he was the first pick overall, and then Steve Young went to the UFL or whatever that league
He
was.
was the Dan Marino, but winning. Like he would win. He would go
Well,
to
he
the
wouldn't
Super Bowl.
win. He
He
would-
lost 3 Super Bowls in a row.
And he would always go to the AFC Championship game. Like he was always there, and then he finally broke through with the Broncos in 2000s.
Yeah, they
with
went back to back. They
Terrell
beat, like,
Davis.
Terrell Davis was
From,
disgusting.
fucking-
Shannon Sharp was on that
they
team.
beat the Packers.
Ed McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that because
and the
like the Packers
Falcons.
had won the year before.
They beat the Dirty Bird Falcons.
Yeah,
And then they beat the Packers
yeah. I have like a T-shirt that like from that
because
that
I was
era.
here. I think the Packers game was here in Miami.
Do,
think-
do you
I
have,
thought-
you don't
oh.
have Brett Favre over John Elway?
I'm not a fan of Brett Favre. Like I would always hate watch him because of Dan Marino. Like because that was when I started watching, and like I was like everyone was talking about how good he was and how many touchdowns he would throw, and I was like, but he throws as many interceptions as he does touchdowns, and he would just like throw it up, and I was always hate watching that he wouldn't pass Dan Marino's records, and he kept on because he was just playing for such long. He like wouldn't retire. So I hate watched him. So that's not fair, right?
Always
I also
always
think
better than
I think Aaron
Favre.
Rodgers is better than Brett Favre.
I agree with that too.
That's fair. I think Aaron Rodgers might be the most talented thrower of
He's
the
very
football of all
underrated.
time.
Like his stats,
Prettiest ball of all time.
like if you
Yeah.
look at his stats, it's also underrated how good he actually
how many
is.
MVPs does he have? 3?
3.
Yeah, and we're forgetting also because I put this guy very high.
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
He's already like 4 for me. Like
He's
So-
4.
yeah, we got Tom Brady, we got Peyton Manning. Is probably 1 and 2 for me. I'm putting Drew Brees top 5 as well. I think I'm putting
These are
Mahomes
because
4.
we didn't watch Mahomes. I mean,
putting
we
Mah-
didn't watch Montana. You have to give that guy.
Yeah, I just listed the guys that I watched. Like that's not
like
fair.
for me personally, I think it's my list goes. You're right. Tom's got to be top. I think you got to put Mahomes right after him.
He You could,
I think Manning's.
but
better.
the longevity has to be there to pass the Breeze and Manning because Breeze and Manning did it for such a long time.
So
So stat wise, they have it.
but his stats aren't like
He's almost
further.
there, which is crazy.
That's crazy.
I definitely
He has more All Pros, more
MVPs.
MVPs.
He has more championships.
So like
I get it.
he to me like he could retire like today and he would be Hall of Famer.
So if he chose to retire today, I put him
First
above.
ballot.
I put him above. But if he like stinks for the next 5 years and isn't as great as those guys were at the end of their career, like they ended like I'm not gonna say at tip top, but pretty much on top until the very last year.
They're gonna draft Jeremiah Love out of Notre Dame. The running back are the Chiefs, and they're gonna be back as a 1 or 2 seed next
I
year.
think they're gonna get the guy from who was the MVP for the Super Bowl again?
Kenneth Walker.
Kenneth Walker. I think they're targeting him, but obviously a rookie would be cheaper. But last question: is Russell Wilson a Hall of Famer?
Hall of Famer. Yeah, he's
Yeah, he won a Super Bowl.
He's an
He was
MVP.
really good with the Seahawks, man. Really good. I think towards the latter half of his career.
He's had 2 careers and one of them.
Yeah.
That's a perfect example as to
Yeah.
why you can't
Diminishes
finish
your
Mahomes
legacy.
yet. Like that you can't do it yet because if he doesn't get there,
That's a good
then
point.
it brings him down a little bit on the list.
That's a
He's
good
still
point.
great.
Fuck,
and
that was a
when
good
you look
point.
back, but he's been so bad, like and really bad, and he shouldn't be as bad as he was. So
I don't think he's gonna make it because of
Yeah.
the back end.
it could because who would you rather have, Phillip Rivers' career or Russell Wilson's career?
I think Phillip Rivers gets in.
Yeah, but Russell was higher in his peak than Phillip ever was, and Phillip had to go against such great guys.
That's
though.
what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, he was.
he's
Russell was in it. Russell beat him.
but
Russell
like,
won one.
But that's what I'm saying is that like Phillip Rivers to me is like the Andy Roddick of tennis, where like if Andy Roddick would have been in any other era, he gets multiple Grand Slams.
This guy gets mad at me for this though.
What?
Phillip Rivers is like Dan Marino.
No, man. No. Philip Rivers had better.
They would win all the time.
Philip Rivers had LaDainian Tomlinson. Okay, like
They would win all the time.
Let's get out of here.
Pro
He had
Bowls
one of the best
galore.
running backs
Shoddy
of all
Hammer,
time.
Shoddy Hammer, Marty Schottenheimer.
Yeah,
And stat-wise-
Antonio Gates, one of the greatest tight ends.
Stat-wise, they're there.
Get out of here, dude. No chance.
I mean,
I don't
Dan
know, bro.
Marino changed the game.
I feel like as
get
we're
that.
on Little Big Opinions, like it just feels sacrilegious to say that.
right.
And, like,
This is why I say it to the end. So hopefully people won't shut it off at this point.
but so
But this
in
is going
your-
to be a great debate, and Opus is going to.
But like, did you guys get the Andy Roddick reference? Do you
Of
understand
course.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But he also won a
No,
couple
but-
Grand Slams.
no,
No,
I mean,
he won. So no disrespect.
U.S. Open, no?
He won. He's the last American to win the U.S. Open, right? So he got one. Think about this. Is the craziest and we'll end here. But like, this is the craziest situation. And just to put this in perspective for people who don't understand, Andy Roddick was like the biggest thing in the world in tennis was because we were in the juniors the same time, right? And like he was like our GOAT. We were like, oh, Andy's gonna be, him. Goes to the US Open his first year, loses like 4th round, comes out the next year, and this is still with like Sampras, Agassi, all of like our favorite rappers
in there.
But all of them lost during this like tournament. Perfect Storm wins his title. Okay. Next year, he's the number 1 player in the world. But also what happened that year, a guy from in Switzerland comes on the scene. Roger Federer comes on the scene, right? And he's like a nobody at the time frame. Like he's like not heralded. I know it's tough for people to believe it, but he was not like
coming from over there.
Nobody really fucked with him. He was like somebody that was like, top 40 in the world, right?
Do the Swiss even play like tennis a lot?
Very much. Borg, all those people, very, 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 very well. But like to us, it's like, fuck those people. You know what I mean? Fucking IKEA furniture, fuck you,
Meatballs are good though.
The meatballs are banging. So Fed comes in that year. So now everybody's like Roger and Roger and Andy.
Yeah.
You know what happens 2 years later or a year and a half later? Andy plays Davis Cup. A young gentleman by the name of Rafael Nadal is 19 years old, right? Andy's still like top 5 in the world. Nadal's second big, like his coming out party was against Andy Roddick, Davis Cup.
That was power against power too, right?
Well, like Andy Roddick told, like in his interviews, he's like, bro, I didn't even really prepare. They were like, here you go, right? You're going to play this 19-year-old kid. And he's like, I'm fucking Andy Roddick. Gets out there, it's fucking Rafael Nadal, who ends up winning like a bunch of championships. The next year, Djokovic comes out, okay, who has the most Grand Slams of anybody it's ever had, right? So for like his entire career, right, I think it was like 85 or 90, like 95% of the Grand Slams were won by 3 people.
Yeah.
So like you would think if the same with Phillip Rivers, if he didn't have to go in this era with Peyton and Tom and all that, he might have gotten one, right? But like we look at Andy Roddick's, like when he lost at Wimbledon, I forget what year that was, but Roger Federer like apologized to him because like he lost like in the 5th set in the finals, and like there was literally,
they're playing against each other though.
But like Roger literally in his acceptance speech like looked over at Andy, was just like, bro, like I know how badly you wanted this, but like
you can't. So But to your point, those 3 guys are world class, all playing at the same time, and all had their special place where they won. Who's the best? Because that's super difficult. There is one stat wise, it is not a question.
Okay. I'm going to make this analogy, and I love that I came up with this right away. What sells more, Honda Civics or Ferraris?
Sells more, Honda Civics.
Right? You could drive a Honda forever, right? That's like their thing. You can do forever. Now, respectfully, in the most respectful way, Novak would be the Honda, right? He's just out. And it's not a diss. He's just outlasted everyone. And he plays a brand of tennis that is like backboard.
But I think head-to-heads, he's also...
Who's the Ferrari?
The Ferrari is Fed.
Yeah.
And what is Nadal?
The Federer over here.
I would say Nadal would be... I'm sorry, let me rephrase. Fed would be the Rolls Royce, right? Where it's the most aesthetically pleasing tennis that you will ever see in your life. Like, nobody plays the game of tennis more beautifully than Fed.
Roger Federer.
Nadal would be 100%
so he's
Ferrari.
So Novak's 3 on your list.
I would say Novak would be like... And it sounds more fucked up than what it means. Like, I'm not trying to be fucked up, but like he is the old reliable. Like,
you call him a Ford at least. Like, give him like a GT.
Dude, because he's not breaking down, bro. Like he is.
My car almost got stolen. That thing don't break down.
You got a Ford?
Yeah.
We'll tell everybody
That's
else. On
so I'm just saying, like, it's not me being dissing. It's just saying, like, he is like when people talk about Novak's game, nobody says it's pretty. No kids are like watching it and being like, I want to go out and try to be like Novak. And it's not a diss. He's just like his brand of tennis in comparison. Like he goes on interviews and talks about like how he's not as beloved as Federer and Nadal. And I'm like, it's because their brand of tennis is like, you can't replicate that, you know? So I would say those, for me, the best would be Fed. Like I remember being senior year of high school, going to Key Biscayne, watching the Miami Open, and my favorite tennis player, Andre Agassi, playing against Roger Federer. And that was the first time I had ever seen him play. And I'm being like, damn, this is Agassi. Like,
yeah, this is no schlum.
Like, this is the GOAT, right? Like,
and what is it? Look at this guy, this young.
Fucked him up with his little fucking man bun and shit. It was fucking crazy. But anyway, I know I've kept you like 50 times over, and you've tried to say goodbye to me. Like,
yeah, but we gotta say this: head-to-head, 27-23, Novak over him. In Grand Slams, 11-6. Finals, 13-6.
okay. So you're saying
The numbers are Novak.
okay?
So we can forget about longevity. Like head-to-head, he beats him
Now,
more times than not.
I would be very interesting if you look at that list. Fed's last like 3 years of his career was mute because he was injured most of the time, right? So like that's like looking at Andy Roddick. I mean, not Andy Roddick, Andy Murray. Andy Murray's got 4 Grand Slams, but those 4 Grand Slams meant a lot more because he was playing in the same era as Federer and Nadal. They say it's like the big 4 when it really wasn't. Like if you think about it, Djokovic has 23 Grand Slams. Federer maybe has 19. Nadal has probably 21, right? Or 18, something like that. The next person on the list that was the most competitive has 4, right? So like, it just was that it meant more, right? Like, I feel like Andy Murray's titles are like the Mavericks title. Like that was, it meant more because like they went against like the best teams in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Does that make any sense?
Yeah, makes perfect sense.
Anyway, my name is King Tetris. You can find me everywhere like the air, King_Tetris. I am so blessed, so happy to be here with my peoples with little big opinions. As a little person, 5'7", but still closer to heaven. Mr. Check Check. Please check out Feel Good. More music, more vibes, more peace, more blessings coming soon. Check Check.
We can't say any better than that. Make sure you like and subscribe. And sayonara, suckers.